Right. Welcome back, everyone. And we are now at day number 4 for PMNC Maldives 2026. And we are cast Moik. And with me is Annie. Now, Annie, what's up?
Yeah, we're back here for the last day of our group stage. So this is going to be really exciting. Group B will finally know who will qualify to go on to the grand finals and go up against the top 8 of Group A. So this is exciting for Group B especially. And of course, next week it's even going to be more exciting because we will be seeing in the grand finals and I believe it will be a land thing, so this is gonna be cool. But yes, we are still in day number 4 of the group stage, so let's look forward to that. And as usual, we're gonna have the same map schedule as well. We'll have the first Rondo for tonight, and then next we will have the two Erangels and the two Miramars. This is the winners of yesterday's winner chicken dinner. They're all different teams. I think today we're still gonna expect that we're gonna see different teams as well flying their banner on the chicken dinner assets. But yes, this is gonna be exciting. Same thing. And for Rondo, I think we'll expect that there will be a lot of eliminations to watch out for. But yes, nonetheless, it's day number 4. Let's just get on with it.
Yep, definitely. It's day number 4 and the last day as well for the Group B qualifiers. And yeah, I mean, definitely these teams, we've already seen them perform yesterday. And it was such a blast. And we've already seen some powerhouses that are showing up. And right now, currently, AKAZAYA holding number 1. So we'll see for day number 2 if they'll be able to hold that up. Or maybe some teams will kick them out of it. But what matters most is that who should be vying for those top spots to be included, to be qualified rather for the next stage.
No doubt, no doubt. And in comparison in to Group A, where SDMZ clearly dominates, we have Akazaya. They're very consistent, not as flashy as SDMZ, not as consistent in getting those chicken dinners, but they're definitely up there. And I think we all agree that they probably have their slot for grand finals basically locked in. But question is now who else will be going with Akazaya to the grand finals? That's the question as of the moment. And from the leaderboards just yesterday, I believe Game Over Rejects has a really good chance of showing up there, and everyone else will have to see later on how consistent they're going to be because maybe from rank number 4 down, it's actually quite a close game. So one good game, it changes the whole fate of the team. We saw that yesterday. One good victory from each team, one good chicken dinner from the team, and they go straight ahead to page number 1. But yes, this is the flight path. It's going only one way, and that circle is going to be smack in the middle of the map, and it's not too much of a worry to the teams. They haven't landed too far from it, so I think a lot of the teams, especially those who manage to land within the circle, they don't have to worry about rotating too much. But there we have it. We have the leaderboards also from yesterday showing up. Akazaya at 81 with a huge drop to Game Over Rejects. Speaking of a huge drop, someone took a lot of damage, and there we go. I think we have our first knockdown, second, and that is our first bloodlism is going to not really the lobby yet. We can still revive, but we have P4A going up against Arc.
Yep. And right here, we're still not going to be done. Arc Esports trying to fight them off as well, defend them off this house, but it does look like he's just going to be popped off right off the bat and eliminated and confirmed as well. That's going to be a point right on for T4A. The rest of them, they're able to claim this house, but fret not. We're still going to be witnessing another fight later on, especially that there are going to be other teams in staying inside the rest of these houses.
Absolutely, and gonna keep watching out for what the teams are gonna be up to. Okay, we have Iron right now. They're going to rotate into the area, and they definitely heard a lot of the gunshots. And T4 are still at it with Arc. Okay, it looks like there's still a lot of crossfire between 3 teams. Oh, okay, We have Ian out in the open, spots someone from Arc. That's actually Alu. It's gonna be spotted. Will be finished off, and I believe we still have one last person in Arc. No, do we have? We actually still have three people, but just in this vicinity, in this mini map, there's only one person, so there's not too much to worry about. They can go ahead and go to a revive tower, find a second chance. But over here, we have Typhoon Esports alongside TTS in this compound going up against each other.
Hmm. And right here, still going in for a couple of couple of loot that will be needed later on as we head on for the fourth minute of the game. Seal 7 will find one, but will not be able to get the kill for now. And back into the fight as well. T4A still involved in this gunfight between the different team, and as he tries to get inside, he will fall down. And in just that moment, it's gonna be another point for T4A. Still, all of them are pretty much alive. One is healing, and 3 points to their team. Wild tries to cross that, but still keeps himself alive and being able to fight it for the next, still extend a little bit more. The rest of the teams still looking for a better way to reposition themselves to get those skills down, and we're starting kind of a bit fast right here for game number one.
Yep, it's a good thing. Everyone's getting real aggressive on the Rondo map because this is their opportunity to farm eliminations. And also, conversely, you're probably giving away eliminations to other teams as well. So it has to be balanced out. Risk assessment. You don't want to give away your elimination points to the other teams, but you don't want to you don't want to give away this time. You don't want to waste this time in Rondo not getting eliminations either. You shouldn't play safe, especially in the first half of a Rondo. You have to be aggressive. You have to farm those elimination points and also stay alive as well. But here E2F7, we have T4A and still going kind of tiptoeing around each other. All the while, game over rejects. They're scouting the area. They know there's a team or two here, and they're out here trying to get those points for themselves. And we can see that the two matures are just trying to angle themselves out. And we can see player number one, mature, is already shooting their shots up at T4A. Not sure if they have information that E2S7 is nearer than them, but they're definitely trying it out. And you can see Mature is just out in the open trying their luck.
And right now we're gonna be heading on for maybe a little bit of a match right here since now E2S7 still against D4A and game over almost crossing that area, but I think they're just gonna be circling around before they can decide to commit. And right here it does look like some of their members will actually commit and get inside, and in just a few moments maybe we can witness a fight right here. But if Wild exposes himself by taking a member from game over, maybe another game over will be coming to the rescue, and E2S7 would be invested in a fight right there. The grenade will not catch anyone, and just waiting for another more, throwing inside the window as well, but it will not find anyone just yet. And look for another player two. Still,
Yes. Yes, okay. Okay, we have X7, Maishan. Nice grenade throw. It's just too bad that we couldn't see it for ourselves in our own eyes. But here, Mature finally finding a building for themselves. Going against Ian. Okay, nice grenade throw. Ian took a bit of damage back there, but Ian's clearly just going to heal themselves. So it's a good thing that T4A did not throw another grenade. Rather not T4A go game over, did not throw another grenade because that would have ended really badly. Okay, Ian took a bit more damage. Finally, boots on the ground. We have Mature coming in, securing that kill for themselves, and now the two Matures are just going to loot themselves up. But it's not over yet. We still have Solid and Wild from E2F7 and T4A respectively still out in this vicinity, and they have all the time in the world. They're still within the circle, but here, speaking of the circle, there's some people who will have to rotate into the area. Okay, Akazaya's on fire as of the moment. They find BLK. You can see Manu has downed my Mide already. I'm Maiho. I'm so sorry. Maiho from BLK has been confirmed as well. So Akazaya already with the 5 eliminations. Very good start to this Rondo map. And you can remember from yesterday, they actually got the chicken dinner. They secured the chicken dinner yesterday with a whopping 20 plus eliminations to boot. But here we have Akazaya solely going up against Bisbury from X7.
Mhm. And right here, still gonna be right, getting another kill as well in kill feed. Kazaya, however, already 6 eliminations to their team, and one is down. So this can put them up for a better advantage later on. Especially they're starting strong. Already here, Soli getting spotted, and he still managed to fight back once more, finding one and confirming that kill. That's gonna put up another elimination point for their team, and will be needing for one more. Oh, Soli still got it. He still has it, and definitely will be finding another kill from Senate 7 before putting that smoke over his tracks.
Ooh, Yami is all alone, and we're gonna go ahead and get not alone. We still have Hazy actually. They went ahead and did the recall tower. Now they're back to a full man squad. But here, Akazaya with the 8 eliminations and counting, definitely trying to secure the spots even more. Although I'm pretty confident that they could kick their feet up for about 2 games comfortably, but they're still trying their best to, as much as possible, keep themselves at the number one rank just in case. And over here we have X7. Yami is actually getting eaten up by the circle, and they're just looting the place up. It's still stage 2 circle. It's not too much to worry about, and they have a minute left to go before this goes into stage 3. But everyone else, I think they're all going to be settling into the circle really, really quickly because I mean, we're 10 minutes into the game. Stage 3 is going to come up in about a minute or so. So they definitely don't want to take too much damage, especially if they walk in and there's someone gatekeeping. But here, yes, we have FTR. They're going to rotate into the area. They're about a kilometer away from wherever the circle is. But SynCloud finds someone from Arc, and that's also confirmation. We have we have a couple more eliminations actually on the side of Syndicate.
And still all teams are currently up, so it's gonna be a little bit dragging, like actually contradictory to what happened a while ago, which a lot of those kills, but still the teams are all live. Intensity from Syndicate will find one. Also Aish from LN would also be claiming 1 point for the team, as well as they were able to take down one member, one enemy, and the rest of Syndicate already moving closer towards the center. And Akazaya, Soli, along with Lan, will also find those members down, adding more kills to their team and maintaining their spot at number one with already 10 points in just 11 minutes. Bisbury from X7 would also fall down. And actually, this just adds more of that statement from Akasai that they want to hold on to this number one spot, and they have no plans of giving them to Game Over or to Syndicate or
There we have it. It's not a good place to have an engagement here, but Nanu definitely can throw this grenade. Let's see if it's gonna connect. Oh, almost there. Just a sliver of health and Heezy. I'm pretty sure the blue zone will probably finish this guy off. Okay, never mind. We have the healing came in a little bit faster than the blue zone, but they're still at each other. They're still trying to get that elimination. They're trying to lock in that elimination. They have to do it fast, or else they'll run out of health and healing kits, and they're still 600 meters away. But here we have, okay, Syndicate versus, so who is this? X7 as well. It looks like X7 might be in trouble, and it looks like RT Sports all the while they got eliminated off. But here, Syndicate is just trying to clean the floor up. They got X7 on the ground, and then they're just trying to reset just a little bit. But here, Aegis is also going up against, I believe this is Typhoon. It's a 1 versus 1 potentially. Dara's just backing away really, really quickly, but Solux is trying to find where is my opponent. But okay, Solux took a bit of damage from another angle. All right, we have Gara. Nice shots, and Typhoon Esports actually gets eliminated off. That was actually the last clear from that team. So Agents secures 5 eliminations already.
Yep, 5 eliminations already right here, and it's still 14 teams remain. On the other hand, agents moving forward as well towards the center of the circle, just waiting for a little bit more, especially for the teams that who might be around them and near them. But I think we'll not find anyone just yet. So it's good, it's good. But the rest of the teams, as we head on towards stage number 4 in just a few seconds, you will probably find it. Solid on the other hand from E to S7 will find a kill right here and confirm that one. But right here, Topsy to the rescue as well, and he's as he gets another kill down. This is from the side of BLK. A chance for them to climb as well. And currently they hold spot number 9, so it's a bit hard to push things out unless they're gonna be very consistent as we head on towards the next few games. And Titan from GTS will also be falling down and waiting for those more of those eliminations as well. But Topsy on the other end now getting inside the house, hoping to get some kills down. But yeah, the rest of E2S7, it does look like they're gonna be invested in another fight from here on out.
And it's gonna be messy as well. There are several groups in this vicinity, and they'll definitely hear all of this ruckus and go trying to get a piece of the elimination points. But here, Game Over Reject Matu, they spot Syndicate from a distance. They're definitely trying their luck and trying to get those sprays on Agent. All the while, finds someone from CTS. There's 2 confirmations so far on the side of TTS. I kind of want to know what the state of this team is. It looks like TTS is down to one last player, and I believe that player is probably going to go to a recall tower if ever it's still possible. But over here, E2F7, okay, TTS could not manage to recall, but here FTR and Agent are going up against each other as well. G4A all the while gets eliminated off. We're down to 12 teams actually, and we're 15 minutes into the game. Things are picking up really well, and actually the whole time I'm pretty sure there were engagements left and right, and this is the kind of energy I want in the Rondo. We're not camping just like in Erangel and Miramar. We're just farming elimination after elimination, and you can see everyone's being so aggressive, trying to get as much points as possible. And speaking of points, we got AKAZAYA with 11 eliminations already, and as you can see on the screens, Agent is just trying to angle themselves up against LOVINS FRATERNI. Nothing's trying to get those sprays on, and ouch! Look at this health bar on that guy. That's insane. Oh, okay. Emmy took a bit of damage. Aish also got caught up in the crossfire. Actually, Aish needs that Aish needs that revive, and that's exactly what's happening. Okay. It's all cool for Leon's LUNAR. So far, they're picking up really fast. They got 4 eliminations that they need, but they definitely could do more. And Agent and LOVINS FRATERNI are still at each other, and there's BLK at a distance as well. So, in terms of staying within the play zone, they're still within the safe zone, so they don't have to worry too much. But X7 got eliminated off just now. Here, OPZ is on the brink. We only have Hisham left, and they're going up against AKAZAYA, one of the most aggressive teams in this group stage, and maybe in this PMNC. And there we have it, Sahube. Grenade to the face, finishes this guy off. But Hisham is still right behind the triangle, and there we have it.
Mhm.
Nice grenade throw from Elan, and Hisham goes down.
OPC Esports would be eliminated as well, and we're now down to the last few teams right here as AKAZAYA, the rest of them, trying to go and take some kills down. And it does look like one member from XDR, it's gonna be Wookie, also getting eliminated from here on out. And as we move towards the 18th minute mark, we're gonna be heading on with a bit of a slower pace, especially with the map is still quite big. The terrain is also quite favorable these teams, especially those who wanna hide. And right now we're at Syndicate, who are currently covered, but will have to move back now that they're until of AKAZAYA. And as AKAZAYA as well, they're gonna be exposed to different teams who will be joining in, and definitely they will have to move back. They are kind of spread out though, so they will probably have to defend each other and be very very cautious.
I like Elan's position. They're basically having two other teams at their tail, and they're still being really ballsy about going and getting those elimination points. But and it's not nonetheless very confident, and they have the statistics to back up. Elan, really great performance so far, especially yesterday. We got some MVPs, and they got like the big chunks of elimination points. But over here, the rest of Akazai is also positioning themselves. Elan, they have a 666 from XDR nearby. I don't know if he's gonna go ahead and try to go out in the open and open fire. We have Eddie throwing a grenade towards that vicinity, but Elan's pretty much secured right behind this boulder. They don't have to worry too much. And Syndicate, I don't know if they know where Elan is, but they're not storming the area just yet. We got a couple of more of squad eliminations just now. We're down to 8 teams, but after agents just got eliminated off as well. Syndicate doing really well with 9 eliminations. They're going up against AKAZAYA. So these are two really big name teams as of this moment. Speaking of big names, I'm not sure where Game Over Rejects is. They only have 2 eliminations so far, so either they haven't had any luck getting those eliminations and engagements in. They haven't run into anyone. I'm not quite sure what's happening, but they do have 2 down members, so hopefully they catch up really, really soon. But here, we have Game Over Reject as well going up against BLK, and there's also another team. I believe that's the last player from Presidents, and they're just trying to secure that elimination for themselves.
Yes, and we're now down to the last 7 teams right here, 20 minutes into the game. And looking forward for a little bit more as they try to fight back. Akazaya will have to move back as well as he almost gets taken out too, and they have to really reposition to try to take down more enemies as they can, especially that they're still near the danger zone and it's hard to get inside the center of it. E2S7, one member will fall down, and currently Akazaya, all of them are alive. They were able to actually resurrect one of their members a while ago. And right here is from Syndicate, Eddie on the move as well. Game over, one member also falling down. And again, 7 teams left. And we're still heading to the 21st minute mark. So it's going to be a bit of a big fight later on. But right here, the map is still quite big. And it could lead on to a bit of a draggy momentum type of a game.
Absolutely, and hopefully we pick things up really, really quickly. We do have a smaller circle now. I'm not quite sure which stage. I believe we were on stage 6, or rather stage 5, almost stage 6. Okay, we just went into stage 6, but wow, Akazaya with the 16 eliminations already. Very impressive, and still very consistent on their Rondo rampages, and they still have their survivability. I know that Akazaya really struggled with survivability on the Erangel and Miramar maps. I think they just got a little too excited. They got on the aggressive, while the other teams prioritize defense quite a lot. And I just said it. Manu goes right into the open fire and gets knocked out. It's a good thing that they're still alive. I believe their teammate can go ahead and give that survive as well. Slowly just trying to get away from these Leons. And there's a lot of things happening. Police just sidestepping everything. Oh my goodness. There's way too many angles that LN has up against Akazaya, so it was not a good look. But nonetheless, Leon's LUNAR still gets eliminated off by Akazaya. But Akazaya didn't have one player.
And now we're down to the last 5 teams. Akazaya still also losing one member. Oh, actually make that 2. They will be needing some revive right here, but they will be taken out. And the same goes for Manu as well. Game over reject. would be pushing in for a little bit more the smoke to cover his footsteps down and to cover his tracks. But it does look like we're gonna be witnessing an end right here for one of these teams. Akazaya could be nearing the end for this match, and they could still try to go for the placement points, but insane 20 eliminations. That is twice the winner when the chicken dinner already. But this is still a huge bump for them, for their team. And if they were to ever get eliminated right now, if they could just prioritize for those placement points, maybe they could get third place or second place. But right here, there's still gonna be five teams remaining. Syndicate also pushing in as well against a different team right here. They're going to pop that as well, and nothing will be left for nothing as LOVINS Fraternity will be eliminated.
Absolutely, and now since we're down to four teams, we're gonna be seeing Akazaya versus Game Over Rejects versus Syndicate versus BLK, and now we know that the top three teams are here, and BLK they're down to two players, so it might be a little
Hmm.
bit hard. Poison goes down as well, so I think there should be one last player. That's Maiho. And Luzum actually had a really good angle, but Maiho was just a little bit too faster. Ryzen is just trying to close in. All right,
Oh,
nice shot, and they finally got secured that elimination on BLK. But over here we have Syndicate's Cloud also. Really nice vantage point. They have the high ground, and we have Game Over Rejects. They're still trying to lick their wounds. They're down to two active players. I don't know if they can revive their downed player. Nonetheless, I think Macho is just trying that. Cloud is trying to stop Machu from going up to Machu. They're the same name, anyways. They're stopping Game Over Reject from trying to revive their other player, and Syndicate's definitely putting a lot of pressure. But nonetheless, they're holding their grounds. And right now, Akazaya, last person standing, they're hiding out. I can't see them on the mini map, so they're just trying to hide out, trying to wait for these two teams to go up against each other. It's still a three versus three. Akazaya is out of commission. They're hiding out somewhere. I can't even see them. I think they're going on a healing game. But as of this moment, still not much progression on the two teams, Syndicate and Game Over Reject. So let's just keep watching.
and right here, three teams already remaining, and this is what I've said a while ago. Akazaya could really aim just for the third place or the second place, and they would still get a lot of points. Imagine already getting twice the amount of winner chicken dinner for one game. That's already big, and that can already maintain their spot, their current number one spot, and it's just gonna be probably a game over versus Syndicate game right here, unless Akasaya will be able to turn things around. Right here, the grenade coming in again, the smokes to cover their tracks as well, but it does look like they will not be getting any kills for now. Cloud is down, will be needing some backup. The rest of Game Over trying to turn things around as well, trying to you know um change their positions to
Ouch.
surround them. And right here, Akazaya would be eliminated, taking place number three. And with Game Over Rejects now already with 10 eliminations, that's already doing good. And they're just going to be chasing that one down. Matu will find
Nice.
one. And they're just going to be chasing for a little bit more. And the Syndicate leaving with his last member remaining. It's going to be Eddie. The grenades hitting him as well. And in just a few moments, you could be witnessing his demise and just maybe another grenade to finish the job off, maybe to seal the deal right here. And as he throws it, will he get it? Does get it in an amazing throw. Eddie is gone and Syndicate is eliminated. Game Over Reject will take game number one. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Nice grenade throw coming over from Game Over Rejects. Ryzen in that last moment secured Eddie. But at that moment, Eddie was kind of at a pinch. Like quite literally, they're getting surrounded by two different angles. And that's the smart thing about Game Over Reject. They played to their advantage, the numbers advantage that they have. And although they had a third player that was down, they still managed to secure really nice pressuring and finally a nice elimination on Eddie. But yes, congratulations once again to Game Over Reject with the 12 eliminations plus the 10 placement points, and then they should have 22 points. And slowly but surely, they're climbing up against Akazaya. But still, Akazaya is still out there, up at rank number one, and they're gonna be harder. I mean, like if Akazaya continues being consistent, might be hard for Game Over to overtake, especially since AKAZAYA has a lot of stockpiled points. But still, nonetheless, congratulations once again. Okay, finally, we have 91 total eliminations on this map. So I'm kind of excited to see what the match rankings are going to look like later on. But of course, the assets, we're still going to look forward to the MVP and the other stats before we can see that. So, yep, our MVP should be solely from AKAZAYA with 8 eliminations.
Yep, and there we have it solely with that amazing MVP. 16% of that were headshots, 15% as well to the body. And right here, it's amazing, and also a good post for him. Like, shh, it's Solly. I don't know. Yeah, love that for him, and congratulations once again to Akazaya for wow, 20 eliminations, and also one of their teams, one of their members getting that winner, that MVP. And aside from that, also Lan from Akazaya and Manu. Imagine the top four eliminators for this match. We're not the winners, but still able to dominate in the MVP list right here. The three of
Total points. Then Game Over Rejects, we have 25 total points for Akazai. We got a Game Over Reject with 22, Syndicate with 19. Very good statistics for our first Rondo map. We have three double digits for three teams, and it's the top three teams as well. So I'm excited to see what the overall rankings are gonna look like after this. But next thing is E2S7. They have 9 eliminations alongside Leon's Lunar. They definitely need those points. You said rank number 9 at for E2S7. They definitely need those points to catch up. Leon's Lunar, I can't quite remember where their overall standing is, but they definitely need those points as well. Agents coming in at 8, BLK Esports with 6, alongside the Presidents, LOVINS Fraternity with 5. And this is really promising because rank number 9 has 5 points. So you can see a lot of teams that definitely need those points, and they have a like maybe 4-3. We have X7 with 4, T4A and Typhoon each have 3, XCR, OPZ, TTS, and ARC have 1 total point. So it's really nice. Match rankings, a very decent amount of points coming in from these 16 teams. And I'm glad to see that no one went home empty handed for match number 6. It's definitely a nice start for our day number 2 of the Group B stage.
Yep, and there we have it. Our overall ranking still Akazaya holding the number one spot with 86 points. Next is TTS Esport with 53, Game Over Reject with 50, 46 for Arc, and 45 as well for Syndicate. Now the top five teams still holding on to their ranks, and they're not gonna be. They have no plans to really give this one to other teams who will be vying for those top spots, who will be vying to be qualified for the next stage. And yeah, we have some potential teams as well trying to climb up. You have XDR, BLKs, and Seven Agents, and the rest of the teams.
Yep, there's a really nice amount of total points for everyone, and we can see that so far the threshold is at 36 for rank number 8. Still, we do have 4 maps left to go. There's a lot of things that could still change, especially since rank number 8 is at like 30 something. If your team suddenly gets a chicken dinner, that's what potentially 20 points all throughout. So we saw that from yesterday. A team with not much points suddenly getting the chicken dinner. It definitely changed the fate of their team so much that they jumped all the way to page 1 in. I think we're all good. But yes, this is the match schedule once again. So just recapping the Rondo, we got game over rejects, snagging that chicken dinner with 22 total points, but still we still have AKAZAYA with the 25 total points nonetheless. So that was uh
Right here, we're still not gonna be done. RT Sports trying to find them out as well. This house, the Delta Tech is just gonna be
okay. It looks like there's still a lot of fire between three teams. Oh, okay. We have
back to the fight as well. Before A still involved in this tough fight. Tries to get in.
because that would have ended really badly. Okay, I took a bit more damage. Finally, boots on the ground. We have
Slowly getting spotted, and he still managed to fight back once more, finding one and another elimination point for their team. And will be needing for one more. Ooh, Soli still got center, and AKAZAYA, Soli, along with that, will also find those members down.
still 600 meters away. But here we have, okay, Syndicate versus, so who is this? X7 is my opponent. But, okay, so a bit of damage from another angle. Alright, we have Gara. Nice.
It's good, but the rest of the teams are at stage number 4. It just will be sometimes we'll find a kill right here and confirm that one. But right here, Topsy to the rescue as well, and he's
But over here, E2F7. Okay, TBS did not manage to recall, but here, FTR and E2 each other as well. Before a all the while gets eliminated off. We're down to 12 teams actually. And we're 15 minutes into the game. Behind at the triangle, and there we have a nice lead for Lunan and okay, and there's also another team. And we're just trying to see this while the other team prioritize defense quite a lot, and I just said it. Manu goes right into the open fire and gets knocked down. It's a good thing that there's still too many angles that LN has up against AKAZAYA, so it was not a good look, but nonetheless,
teams remaining. Syndicate also pushing in as well against a different team right here. They're getting fucked up as well, and nothing.
top three teams are here, and BLK, they're down to 2 players, so a little bit hard. Poison goes down faster. Ryzen is just trying to close in.
Oh.
Alright, nice shot that they finally got secured. Down.
The rest of Game Over turns to third things around the course. Here, we're still not going to be done. RT Sports trying to fight them off as well. This house, but also think it's just going to be fun.
Okay, it looks like there's still a lot of fire between three teams. Oh, okay, we have
Back into the fight as well. T4A still involved in this gunfight between the different team, and FD Rush tries to get in.
because that would have ended really badly. Okay, I took a bit more damage. Finally, boots on the ground. We have
Here, slowly getting spotted. He still managed to fight back once more, finding one and another elimination point for their team. And will be needing for one more. Ooh, Soli still got better. And AKAZAYA, Soli, along with that, will also find those members down.
600 meters away. But here we have, okay, Syndicate versus, so who is this? X7 is my opponent. But, okay, so a bit of damage from another angle. Alright, we have Gara. Nice.
So it's good, but the rest of the teams as we head on towards stage number 4, and just in case like I said, we'll find a kill right here and confirm that one. But right here, Topsy to the rescue as well, and he's
But over here, E2F7. Okay, TBS did not manage managed to recall, but here FTR and Agent as well before a all the while gets eliminated off down to 12 teams actually. And we're 15 minutes into the game. Behind the triangle, and there we have a nice big throw from Milan, and he goes down. Okay, and there's also another team. I believe it's the last team, and they're just trying to stay aggressive while the other team prioritize defense quite a lot. And I just said it, Manu goes right into the open fire and gets knocked out. It's a good thing that there's still a two angles that LN has against
Syndicate also pushing in as well against the team right here. Great confidence as well and nothing.
teams are here. And BLK, they're down to two. Our poison goes down faster. Right, and it's just trying to close in.
Oh.
Alright, nice shot that they finally got secured. And
The rest of game over, trying to turn things around as well, trying to change the positions. Right here, we're still not gonna be done. ARC Esports trying to fight them off as well, defend them off. This house, it does look like it's just gonna be popped.
Mark. Okay. It looks like there's still a lot of crossfire between three teams. Oh, okay. We have
Back into the fight as well. P4A still involved in this gunfight between the different team, and as he rush tries to get
because that would have ended really badly. Okay, I enter a bit more damage. Finally, boots on the ground. We have
here slowly getting spotted. He still managed to fight back once more, finding one and another elimination point for their team. And will be needing for one more. Ooh, Soli still got center. And AKAZAYA, Soli, along with Plan, will also find those members down.
600 meters away. But here we have okay, Syndicate versus who is this? XS7. My opponent. But we follow a bit of damage from another angle. Alright, we have Gara. Nice.
It's good, but the rest of the team will find a kill right here and convert to one. But right here, helps to the rescue as well. And
But over here, E2F7. Okay, PBS did not manage to recall, but here, FTR and Agent are against each other as well. Before all the while gets eliminated off. We're down to 12 teams actually, and we're 15 minutes into the game. Behind the triangle, and there we have a nice grenade throw from Elan, and Hisham goes down. Okay, and there's also another team. I believe that's the last team.
what is up, everyone? We are now back into it as we head on to match number 7 for tonight, day number 4 and day number 2 for Group B stage. We are your shoutcasters once again. I am Moik, and with me is Annie. Welcome to PMNC Maldives 2026.
Yep, well, welcome back. Welcome back. We are at map number 2 for tonight. So we just saw the Rondo, and that will be the last Rondo for the group stage. And now we're going to be getting started on our two Erangels. So it's all been fun. We saw the previous game that we definitely need to watch out for the top three teams. AKAZAYA, GAMEOVER, Reject. In fact, they had double digits on the scoreboard for the total overall, rather not overall, the match rankings for Rondo. It's a really good start to the day. But here, speaking of start, we're already halfway into the flight path, and it looks like it's gonna bisect the map. Not too equalized, but still there's a lot of hot spots accessible from this route. I mean, we're talking about or Jojo Pool is still accessible, and we can actually see about three teams trying to vie for that area, so it might be a little bit bloody. And we can see the president's actually landing on the school. We have AKAZAYA on Pachinki. I like that for them. It's a huge hotspot. You can kind of expect there will be a lot of smaller teams that will be avoiding that area. But since it's AKAZAYA, they're going for Pachinki, the cream of the crop. But here we have Agents Gara. Finally, we have Sukuna again. They're a bit far off from the first circle. They're about a kilometer away. But Georgia Pool is also a very decent place to go looting around. So I kind of understand that. And so far, we're not seeing early game engagements, and that was a surprise because I saw three different teams trying to land in Georgia Pool, but as of now, agents are the only ones here. So with that, we need to keep our eyes peeled for the For the kill feed, as of now, we're not really seeing any developments. It's definitely different from Rondo, where people are just going at each other every moment of the game. But here in Erangel, everyone's playing it more safe.
Mhm. Everyone's playing it safe now, and the rest of the teams is waiting to get something done really, and still they're gonna bring, so it's just gonna be a little bit difficult for these teams to try to get those pushes as well, especially the map is still quite big. It's their first chance playing Erangel, so everyone is also kind of bit spread out, and with that it's gonna be a bit of a hard push for now, especially if these teams they would want to get inside the circle, or maybe they want to get those crates. But again, these teams they have the fair share amount of buildings that they can loot for, so they have all the time in the world to go in and get some. And their goal right here is to really stop AKAZAYA, because I mean AKAZAYA may not be winning a lot of winner chicken dinners, but they have been performing so good. They have a lot of eliminations that really can still be enough to surpass other teams despite them trying to catch towards them. But again, Akasa still holds number one spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Akazaya, no doubt, should already have about 100 total points as of now. So kind of just like watching out for whenever the assets come up once again. But of course, still within the present, within the game, I'm not seeing much happening just yet. We're definitely not much happening, so we're not seeing early game engagement, despite the fact that there were clusters of teams that landed in the same vicinity. So I guess they didn't run into each other, or they didn't engage. But here in Georgia Pool, yes, I definitely saw at least three teams landing in this area. Perhaps they went to the east and avoided Georgia Pool just because it's a little bit too far off from the first circle. And I could have sworn also around Ferry Pier area, there should have been three teams there as well, but I guess they're not engaging. And there are no teams in the military base. It's way too far from the flight path. It's not worth traveling there all the way there just to get a bunch of guns, but where you can just get guns anywhere else, like literally anywhere else. But nonetheless, we have 3 minutes before that stage one circle is gonna close out. Since Georgia Pool is about a kilometer away, I think agents, they should probably get moving since there's not much things to loot about there. But here, poison is gonna come in, but cloud, it does have a really good a really good shot, rather a really good position to shoot, but they don't want to give away their location just yet, and knowing that poison can go ahead and get away for now. So that's exactly what's happening. Syndicate giving the chase. Poison's getting away though, so I guess Syndicate is just trying to keep their formation in. And it looks like actually they're not chasing Poison at all. I don't know where they're trying to go, and I don't know why Poison is also all alone. I'm not sure where everyone from BLK is. But here we have agents. They definitely know that there's nothing else to be had here. Georgia Pool's like at the edge of the map, and I'm not sure anyone's going to Jarkey anyway, so there's nothing to be had there. They might as well move. But here Intensity finally catches BLK's poison, but there's also backup coming in from the rest of the team.
Mhm. And right here, she's gonna be gunning them down, and Syndicate on the move as well. And nice skin, by the way. And Poison will fall down, will be needing some revive right here, unless he will get taken out. For now, the rest of Syndicate will try their best to move towards as well, towards circle, or just chasing them down, chasing these enemies down as well. And they want to wrap things up, and the only thing that they could do that is by taking the member down, or is also run away. So we're kind of seeing the Fast and Furious type of treatment right here, and they're just chasing him down, but he's still pretty much alive. And we're still almost 7 minutes into the game, so they have all the time to win.
Ooh, my hoe goes down. I think Syndicate probably has this in the bag. Okay, there's two more players from BLK. Look at them. They're trying to get away from Syndicate. They're giving the chase. And they are trying to get away. This is utterly an outnumber, but Syndicate is literally chasing down the last two players of BLK. Oh, goodness me, goodness me. They're about to run into another team as well. Okay, we have BLK. They chose to land, rather than land, they choose to stop in this building. They have a slight advantage, but still, Cloud is still way better than this. Richu goes down, gets ran over. There should be one last player left on Syndicate. They are inside of this building. Okay, nice bounce on that grenade. Still not enough damage for the final elimination. Okay, they have the numbers. Syndicate has the numbers, and they're just checking outside of the door just in case Scoops tries to go down. Okay, I think that was, yes, that was a suicide grenade. So they denied one elimination point from Syndicate, which is honestly the best scenario for BLK as of this moment. But right now, yes, we are down to 15 teams after our very first squad wipeout. But look at this third party. We have the presidents coming in.
Yep. And right here, 15 teams still alive. The grenades being thrown at as well. They're still alive though, but the fence to falling down. AO comes next. Cloud just in time to get inside the house, and in just a few moments, he gets taken out as well. Hopefully, he can still make it in time. The grenade being thrown at as well, trying to fight back, but right here, Fa is there. The Assad is like, and he will still get those kills down. It will not be enough. However, in a few moments, we'll have to engage with this fight right here, but he will fall down as he gets shot right from the back. And that is just going to be a team elimination once more. Manu from AKAZAYA also gets to go down. Oops, there we have it. Dilan is next as he finds Amir down too. And it could be another points right here for LF AKAZAYA. And definitely, that's already 4 points to their team.
Yep, nice one for Akazai already with the 4 points, and we already lost three teams so far. So, this Erangel map's already picking up really well. So props to the teams, props to Group B being really, really aggressive on this day number two. Yesterday, the first few maps they weren't that aggressive. After Rondo, however, yes, they were aggressive, but the Erangel directly after that, I believe they kind of calmed down a little. They bide their time. They're just playing it really safe. But as of this moment, it's all out. They want that slot for the grand finals, and they're doing exactly that. They're going on the aggressive. They're picking those fights. They're not basically staring at each other until the clock hits 25 minutes. So there we have it. We already have three teams down. We have 51 players left remaining on the field, and you can see everyone's just trying to rotate out of the area. But over here, OPZ going up against Game Over Rejects. So OPZ, they definitely have fallen from grace just a little bit from the first few maps yesterday. So this is a really great time to try to redeem themselves. But it's gonna be a little bit hard because we're talking about Game Over Reject. This is the top two teams so far on the leaderboards. So let's see how this works out, especially since I think White is the only person I see from OPZ. I believe there's another one. I just can't quite see where they are. Okay, Mash is also in the vicinity. We have Icy getting knocked down. Mash and White is still up in the running, but they are slowly getting eaten by that blue zone. And Game Over Reject not making it easier for them. Okay, White is exchanging a bit of bullets. Nice dodge on the wall, but still it's not gonna be enough. Luzum storms the building, and I think that is it for OPZ. Yes, that is definitely it for OPZ. We're down to 12 teams.
We're down to 12 teams right here, and currently another points. That's actually 5 points for Game Over Reject, and maintaining, trying their best to keep their place in line, to keep their teams right on the top spots to be able to qualify. But now that the circle will be moving towards stage number three, we can only it only takes a matter of time before we can get we can find some more eliminations and maybe connect a few down as well. But right here, Game Over Reject going to be taking the prize for now. They will have to move to a different spot before they can go in for another engagement. And it does look like AKAZAYA, though, they are still not done. They're hungry for more as they're able to take a few more kills down the road. That's actually from the side of agents, and they're trying to fight back as well. And they were actually be able to fight back. They were able to take down one of the members from AKAZAYA. Agent, on the other hand, will have to revive the rest of his teammates.
AKAZAYA might be in a pinch right now. Agents is doing a really good job defending themselves. Manu needs to revive on the side of AKAZAYA. So Agents are gonna close in. They're trying to get another angle in. But you can see AKAZAYA is definitely not backing down. They are not the one to miss out on aggression. But here, at Agents, they do have the advantage of having the building. And AKAZAYA, they're trying to storm in. Okay, grenade coming in. Gara falls. And that's a 1-for-1 for the knockout. But Dagi is still inside of this place. And Garo finally gets finished off. But it's gonna be from LOVINS FRATERNI who's gonna finish them off. There's a third party in this area. Okay, Mahu secures someone from Agents. So Z66K gets knocked down and gets eliminated off completely. Elon finds Dagi. Rather, Mahu finishes the job, and now Lucy is just trying to get away from all of this. And of course, we saw AKAZAYA, and we also had another third party trying to close in. So AKAZAYA should be worrying about that. But Manu, look at Manu trying to chase down Lucy. That is one stray elimination point, and Manu might be a little bit lost. I'm not sure if they know where Lucy is. They're just trying to scout the area, and Lucy has successfully hidden inside of that compound. So let's see if Manu will try to give the chase. Oh no, XCR is also nearby.
Yup, definitely. They're also nearby right here. AKAZAYA now waiting to get those kills down, and they're trying to chase them as well. But does look like it's gonna be a game of bumper cars right here as they try to find which team to target. And there's just a lot of cars in this area, in this circle right here. The other side of the map, though, LOVINS FRATERNI will also be moving around, but will not be able to spot some enemies down the road. Arc, on the other hand, would also start to get a move as well, as they are able to take a few members down, and just fighting as well. And it does look like they're gonna be able to put up a fight now that they were able to put some members down from the side of Arc.
Oh goodness me, a bruisey. Okay, nice
Ah,
throw on the grenade. Okay, that was a highlight. That was a highlight. What just happened there? Nice shot from a bruisey, but the bruisey is going to be in a lot of trouble as of this moment. From TYPHOON Esports finds him and finishes them off as well. And nothing is inside of this place, way too far off from the rest of their team. But here we have AKAZAYA. There's still a full man squad, so they can go ahead and take this fight against E2S7. You can hear AKAZAYA is already starting out on this on this on this engagement up against E2S7. Nice shot, nice throw on that grenade. Soli was going to be falling, but otherwise in GameOver Esports they also have their own engagement somewhere out there, and this is so uncharacteristic for an Erangel map. There's a lot of things happening. They're already engaging in so many fights, and you can see E2S Seal 7 still going at it. Oh, Ion's in trouble, and that's a nice grenade throw once again. AKAZAYA, actually, a lot of these teams, they're doing so well in terms of grenade throws. It's really nice to watch.
mhm. And right here, 11 teams remaining, and we're almost down to the 16th minute of the game. But we're still continuing this one. Stage 4 is still quite big, and the rest of the teams are still alive as well, and very much kicking. So now that they will have to AKAZAYA, since they're all complete and 9 eliminations, already looking good for their team. They just have to give this one a little bit of an extra push, and trying their best as well to get some more kills down the road. But does look like they will not be able to find some targets just yet, unless if they would have committed right there, they would have been greeted by a lot of bullets trying to get them down. And again, the rest of AKAZAYA just moving around and about. And what I noticed is that they're separated. So if one of them goes down, this is gonna be a difficult one to be the backup as well.
Okay, I can see there's a lot of teams here, but they're holding their fire as of this moment. And right now, Leon's LUNAR, yes, they have control over this compound, and that's one advantage that they have. But AKAZAYA does not need any compound. They love going out in the open, going aggressive, and that's exactly what's happening. You can see Leon's in order trying to defend their place, and Aish at least manages to get Manu and finish Manu off as well. Aish gets caught up, however. Soli finds that knockout, and Aish gets finished off as well by Soli. And okay, we're gonna be watching out. You can see Akazaya's Elan is cooking up a grenade. Let's see where they throw it. Let's see if it's going to be another nice knockdown. But unfortunately, that's not happening. Akazaya with a 10 eliminations already. This is not even Rondo. This is an Erangel map. We're still 17 minutes into the game, and I don't think the circle is that small yet. If that small yet. If this was yesterday, 17 minutes into the game, we still have players and teams trying to play a tick, but this is not happening right now. This is Group B, day number 2 of the group stage, and everyone is just trying to secure as much points as possible. There's no more playing safe. They're all trying to get as much points as possible. Over here, Syndicate. Rather, I am not sure. Syndicate really got eliminated out. But here, TTS going up against Game Over Esports. Game Over Reject, rather, going up against each other as well. But here, Akazaya and Leon's Lunar, they're gonna be in trouble in a couple of seconds, still, because they're still outside of the circle. And Leon's Lunar, they have to rotate out of the area, and Akazaya is waiting to gatekeep these guys.
Yup. And right here, as we move towards it, still 10 teams remain. One member from Akasaya already down as well, but with 10 eliminations through their name, it's still a big one. And it's like they've already got the first winner chicken dinner. I mean, despite not having many kills, it's like having that winner chicken dinner already, and still being able to play towards the game and being able to get more kills. Syndicate, however, will get one down. Akasaya as well, trying to fight back right here. Came over, doing some God's work as well, and the rest of LN is like it's gonna look like there's now starting to suffer. That one member is currently down. Will be needing to come back. The rest of Akasaya again trying to shoot them down from behind, and they're still alive. They couldn't take any targets for now, so they have to stay right here. Game over to their hand. One member will be falling down in the hands of Senate 7.
Okay. Got We still got a couple of seconds left to go. Actually, we still have 2 minutes left to go before that blue zone locks in on Leon's Lunar. And you can see Akazaya, they're not giving Leon's Lunar any breaks. They're trying to gatekeep this as much as possible, knowing that Leon's Lunar has no choice but to step out sooner rather than later. That's stage 5 circle. It's not gonna be very it's not gonna be very friendly. It's not gonna be very forgiving. But here we have Game Over Reject. They are they are chasing down, rather they are chasing down C4A. They can see the cars moving, they can hear the gunshots as well. They're trying to pick them off, but otherwise, yes, Akazaya versus Leon's Lunar. It looks like Leon's Lunar will be eliminated off out of this game, but there are more groups filing in. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens indeed. And right here, 7 teams already left, and Arc will one member will be falling down, but the hands of Game Over Reject once more as they push towards another point right here. 12 points already for Akazaya. The grenade from agents ready to throw in until oh, actually one is already burning. Lucy has no choice, but they will also reveal his footsteps as well, so now they know that they are here. The grenade inside this house right here. He's still alive. He's able to push it out, and it goes outside, but it will be taken out, and he is gonna be out of commission. That's gonna be another team down. Agents.
And there we have it. We got 5 more teams left to go, and Game Over Rejects with the 15 eliminations. Akazaya with 13. What a repeat of our Rondo map. Great amount of eliminations coming in from our 2 top teams as of this moment. And I really want to see what the statistics will look like later on, because what a game from Erangel. From Rondo, I really thought that the aggression was because it was Rondo. They had they had the recall towers to give them a second chance, but right now in Erangel, it's still the same story. They're still going really aggressive despite only having 1 life. And here we have Dino hiding behind the tree line. We have Elon trying to get those shots to connect, but they probably lost Dino back there. They're looking at the wrong tree. They're just trying to check the area, and Typhoon is still around the northern part of their position. We have FTR still in the game as well, and Akazaya, by the way, still at the edge of the circle. But here, Elan, oh no, got caught up with Dino, but it's a good thing the rest of their team is still out there, being able to give the revive that they need. But here, Game Over Reject just trying to um reposition themselves, and somewhere out there we can hear the gunshots, and that's actually a game over finding T4A Jinx, but that's a trade right there with the mature as well, and Wild finally gets finished off by Losum, and that's actually about 60 eliminations for a game over reject.
Yup, and now down to the last five teams. Game over reject and Akazaya looking good as they still hold the two or the top spots right here, and they have they have the chance right here to increase their points and for game over to widen the gap again for the side of Syndicate, Akazaya as well, and TTS, BLK, they will still have their chance later on, but for now FTR TYP and the T4A, these teams are trying their best as well, since they only have four more chances, including this one, to climb up to the upper ranks. And right here, they're just gonna be Akazaya also exposed to the outside world as well, so they could be taken out. But also, game over reject three members, so they could outnumber them. And right here, Ryzen already finds one that's gonna be on the side of T4A, and it's up to the last member to turn things around and to not give these points to game over reject.
Yep, and still watching out for the next team to get picked off. Actually, FTR, nothing is surrounded by so many teams, but they're holding their ground really well. But it looks like T4A will be the first to get eliminated off from our top five teams. And there we have it. We have FTR still a solo squad. We got Akazaya, Game Over Reject, and a Typhoon Esports, all with three players in their team. So between the three teams, they probably have a shot at the chicken dinner. FTR could be possible. I've seen for solo players suddenly clutching that chicken dinner after waiting out the rest of the teams to try to pick off each other. But here Mahu rather is trying to get the first shot in. Not much connecting. They don't right angle yet. I guess they're trying to draw attention mostly so that someone comes out of curiosity and go ahead and tries to get that aggression in. But here we got a couple seconds left to go before the stage 7 circle closes in. So it should force a bunch of teams that aren't within the circle yet to close forward. And this time around, it's actually Akazaya still trying to stay as close to the border of the circle as much as possible because it's just a little bit more safer because they don't have to watch their back too much and their attention can just go straight forward. But as of this moment, I guess nothing will happen until the stage 7 circle closes in.
And right here, four teams remaining. Once more, Akazaya, Game Over, FTR, and TYP still up and running. And with this one, Game Over and TYP and Akazaya all down with three members right here. And it's really looking good for, especially for these Akazaya and Game Over. Now that they currently hold the top two spots, so they have the chance to widen the gap even further away from other teams. And right here, TYP and FTR, their job is to really take them down. FTR could be waiting for a placement points before he will fall down because I mean, let's just face it, this is the last member right here, so it's gonna be very hard for them to actually make it out alive and to get that winner chicken dinner. And for now, Akasaya is really just exposed. The map is still quite big though, and also a lot of trees to cover them as well. So this could be another chance for them to survive and maybe would even reach stage 8.
Yeah, this it's definitely possible. And now with a couple of seconds left to go in the stage 7 circle, it should push the game a little bit further. But right now, as of this moment, the teams are like going at it. They are moving while the map is not moving. And I guess everyone's just gonna settle in. We can see Akazaya, of course, their signature aggression. They're trying to get into the circle, like way past. the timer. But here we have, it looks like we're going to be moving forward. Stage 8 of the circle is already in, and you can see a few players from Game Over Rejects actually getting pushed back. Um, they didn't manage to get inside the circle too much, and most of Typhoon Esports actually, they got pushed back as well. But it's only a couple of steps left to go, but even those couple of steps will be a huge difference. Okay, we got a couple of smokes up here on the side of Akazaya, and so far they only lost Manu as of this moment. So they're gonna be that's nice shot from Elon, taking solid KS, and Typhoon should have more opportunities to go ahead and revive that. Okay,
Oh,
nice.
gets in.
A vehicle elimination from Elon over there, but Elon is a huge
Ah.
target on their back as of this moment. But that is a risk they were willing to take. Nonetheless, Typhoon Esports, they got eliminated off, but at what cost?
At what cost indeed? And right now, Akazaya and Game Over now looking for a chance to get this winner chicken dinner FTR under their hand. The last person to really try their best to at least get a few more points, and he's inside right here. But Game Over will take one down from Milan. It's gonna be from the side of Akazaya, and the rest of Akazaya as well trying to again clear this out. That's another space for them to get this winner chicken dinner. But right here, Akazaya being pushed towards circle as well, and one is burning, and he's burning, is still alive though, and right now low on health, will have to move back, but from behind he is shooting them down. Game Over could be looking for a game right here, could be looking for that winner chicken dinner, and the grenade could reach them in a few moments, and Mahu able to turn things around with a shotgun and gets that kill down. Another point for their team. 16 eliminations. We could be getting a winner chicken dinner from here on out. The grenade hoping that it would get them down, but I think it will not. Oops, there we have it. And Ilan jumping as well. FRATERNI with falling down, but lose them just from behind. He's able to at least get a few members down, leaving with one member also very low on health, and another. The last member could be making
Ouch.
this one very much alive, and the grenades connecting the molotovs as well, but Soli would be taken out. The last member from Akasaya, could they make it in time? Game Over Esports could be a Game Over Region rather. They're looking for a game win right
Ooh.
here, and they do, as Ryzen just ends him right then and there. And that's a winner chicken dinner for Game Over Reject game number 2.
I guess Akazaya, their strategy, so they like hugging the edge of the circle just so that they don't have to worry too much about looking back, because it's just less things to worry about. But right now, as of this moment, it did not play in their favor. It just cost them because the blue zone basically played to the favor of Game Over Reject back there. So really great job for the last two teams. They're basically the top two teams actually on this Group B stage. So that was pretty much it for our first Erangel map. So I think we should see some assets, or maybe not. But nonetheless, yes, we are fixing things back end. But here we have when we're in the chicken dinner. It's Game Over Reject. They finally crossed the triple digit mark on total points. We have 23 eliminations. Absolute beasts with the 3.3k total damage. It's crazy. They're basically matching up to Akazaya as of this moment. I can kind of want to see what the overall rankings will look like after this, especially since Akazaya still had a double digits on the total eliminations just a while ago. But Game Over Eject, they're definitely trying to match up to Akazaya as of this moment.
Yup, right here, 103 points already. And now that Game Over Reject has been able to get those points down, especially that they reach at the 3 digit mark, as what we've said. We also have to acknowledge as well one member who have reached almost 1,300 damage, 6 damage remain, and it could have been 1,300, but it's okay. So congratulations. Also have 790 and 761 damage. It's near between each of these members, but there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Healing is around 8,000, so nothing. It wasn't that dragged on for a very long time. But the total damage, 13,201 as well.
Yeah, and we have the MVP. That's actually Bryson from Game Over Esports. Game Over Reject rather, with 10 eliminations. And I don't know if this is right. They only took 10 damage apparently, and they have 761 damage dealt with a survival time of 29 minutes. So that's pretty much the whole game, because Game Over Rejects were the chicken dinner winners. So amazing job coming in from Ryzen. If that 10 damage is correct, that's actually so impressive. That's actually really, really impressive. And the 10 eliminations, no doubt, that's also really, really impressive. So I think we have more or less a really good idea as to which of the players we should look out for. So Ryzen from Game Over Reject being one of them, and also Elan from AKAZAYA, and also from SDMZ, it should be Flanky. I think those are our top three MVP to Bs on the overalls. But here are the top four eliminators for this game. It's Ryzen with the 10 eliminations. We have Elan with 6. We have Go Rejects with Mature with 6 eliminations, and Luzum with 5. Actually, there are 3 players from Game Over Reject up at the top 4 eliminators. And just saying, there are 3 players from Game Over with 10 eliminations, and then plus 6 plus 5, that's 21 eliminations just from the top 4 eliminators. And I believe we had 24. So it's a really good job. What a number of total points! 33 from Game Over Reject.
Definitely 33 points for their team. The rest of the Akazaya as well with 22. Like, that's a big jump. 11 points right there. Fraternity to be followed as well with 8 points. 6 points for TYPHOON Esports. T4A with 4 points. And the list goes on and on from here on out.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the total points. And yes, we have a bunch of teams with 0 total points, unfortunately. And we are X7 with a 1 total point, Leon's Lunar and Agents with 2 total points. It's a good thing Leon's Lunar actually managed to get a lot of total points from the previous game, so it's not too bad for them. And Agents definitely needs the total points. I thought they could get a little bit higher because they went really aggressive at the start, but unfortunately they came across one of some of the top teams as well, so it didn't work out too much in their favor. Although the spirit was there, they could have gotten more. But this is funny. Rank number 9, 10, and 11 all have 31 total points, and we have the top 2 teams already breaching the 100-point mark, and that's a 25-point gap between Akazaya and Game Over Reject. There's a huge jump towards rank 2 to rank 3 Syndicate with around maybe 40-ish points away from Game Over Reject, and another gap between TTS and Syndicate. So far, the threshold for rank number 8 is a 32. So there are a lot of teams that can still vie for that area. But look at that. Game Over Reject is actually on the 2-peat. I did not know. I don't know if this is gonna turn into an SDMZ thing on this day number 2, but let's just watch out for that since Game Over Rejected such a great job tonight. We still have one more Erangel before we finish off this qualifier playoffs with the 2 Miramars. So that should be it for our map number 2. So as usual, we're gonna go to match number 3, Erangel. Hopefully we still have the same energy as this Erangel and Rondo with the next Erangel, and as well as the 2 Miramars. So guys, as usual, thank you so much for tuning in. This is still Pmnc, the playoffs, and we'll be moving on to match number 3 after a short break. So do not go anywhere. We'll be seeing you soon in a few minutes.
Right here, we're still not going to be done. Arc Esports trying to fight them off as well, defend them off this house, but it does look like he's just going to be
At it
popped.
with Arc. Okay. It looks like there's still a lot of crossfire between 3 teams. Oh, okay. We have
And back into the fight as well. 2-4A still involved in this gunfight between the different teams, and as he rush tries to get in.
that would have did really badly. Okay, I had to a bit more damage. Finally, boots on the ground. We have
Over here, slowly getting spotted. He still managed to fight back once again, finding one and another elimination point for their team, and will be needing for one more. Ooh, Soli still got it. Center. And AKAZAYA, Soli, along with that, will also find those numbers down.
Still 600 meters away. But here we have a Syndicate versus who is this? X7 is my opponent. But okay, so took a bit of damage from another angle. Alright, we have Gara. Gets eliminated off. We're down to 12 teams actually, and we're 15 minutes into the game. Behind the triangle, and there we have a nice trade from Elan, and Hisham goes down. Okay, and there's also another team. I believe it's the last team, and they're just trying to be aggressive, while the other teams prioritize defense quite a lot. And I just said it, Manu goes right into the open fire and gets knocked down. It's a good thing.
Pushing in as well against a different team right here. They're great as well, and nothing.
Top three teams are here, and BLK, they're down to 2 players. And then the Tar Poison goes down faster. Ryzen is just trying to close in.
Oh,
nice shot, and they finally got secured.
Yes, game over. Turn to third team around as well.
On the grenade! Okay, that was a highlight. That was a highlight. What is going to be falling? Otherwise, the GAMEOVER Esports, they also have their own independent sounding out there. And this is so many fights. And you can see E2S Seal 7 still going at it. Oh, Ion's in trouble, and that's a nice grenade throw. Once again.
We'll get one down. AKAZAYA as well, trying to fight back right here. GAMEOVER doing the floor here. Inside this house right here. He's still alive. He's able to push it out and exit.
Equal elimination from Elan over there, but Elan is a huge target.
Looking for a game right here. Looking for the winner chicken dinner. And the grenade could reach him here. We're still not going to be done. BLK Esports trying to fight them off as well, defend them off this house, but does look like it's just going to be pulled apart.
Okay. It looks like there's still a lot of crossfire between the three teams. Okay. We have
back into the fight before he still involved in this gunfight. He rushed, tries to get in.
That would have been really bad. Okay, I am a bit more damage. Finally, boots on the ground. We have
here slowly getting spotted. He still managed to fight back. Finding one and another elimination point for their team. And we'll be needing for one more. Ooh, Soli still got better. And AKAZAYA, Soli, along with Land, will also find those members down.
They're still 600 meters away, but here we have a Syndicate versus who is this? X7 is my opponent. But okay, so let's take a bit of damage from another angle. Alright, we have Gara. Nice.
So it's good, but the rest of the teams, as we had on board stage number 4, just sometimes we'll find a kill right here and confirm that one. But right here, Topsy to the rescue as well.
But over here, E2S7. Okay, CBS does not manage to recall, but here, FTR and there as well. Before all the while gets we're down to 12 teams actually, and we're 15 minutes into the game. Behind the triangle, and there we have a nice trade from Elan, and Hisham goes down. Okay, Okay, they're down to two players, so it might be a little bit hard. Poison goes down too fast. Ryzen is just trying to close in. Alright,
Oh,
nice shot, and they finally got secured that.
the rest of Game Over trying to turn things around as well, trying to change positions. And right here, she's gonna be gunning them down, and Syndicate as well. And nice get. Could be another point right here for Akazaya.
But still, it's not gonna be enough. They've got the storms to building, and I think that is it. Bro, on the grenade. Okay, that was a highlight. That was a highlight. What a
What is up, guys? We are now back right here, day number 4 of Pmnc Maldives 2026, and we are your shoutcasters once again. I am Moik, and with me is Annie, and we're gonna be heading on match number 3, the second round of Erangel for tonight.
Yep, it's gonna be the last Erangel for the group stage. So we saw a while ago the Erangel that just happened was really really aggressive all throughout. Actually, I don't think there were times where it was just camping, other than the first few minutes in the game where the early game engagements should be. But I hope we see that kind of tempo again in the last three maps, because that sort of tempo resulted into the double digit elimination numbers for both Akazaya and Game Over Reject. And still Game Over Reject is at a back to back victory, by the way. So there's still a chance that we can see a triple chicken dinner from these guys, especially since these guys are on a roll and they are the top two team on the leaderboards as of this moment. One good game, and if they could just eliminate Akazaya really fast and deny those points from Akazaya early on, there's a chance that Game Over Reject can actually overtake them on the leaderboard. But nonetheless, that's something that should happen later on. As of now, we're watching that flight path actually pierce through a bunch of really hot spots. Jojo Pool can still be accessed. Yes, Naya Poliana is right directly below the flight path. We got School, we got Pachinki. We can see Akazaya is landing on Pachinki once again. BLK is the one that's in Georgia Pool as of this moment. And Agent, yes, they're still in Georgia Pool, but towards the southern part, and OPZ is also nearby. This one, Quarry, I'm hoping we're gonna be seeing early game engagements here, because XTR and Game Over are right there. But wow, look at the circle going into the military base. So there's a huge chance that they're gonna be bridge fights here. You can tell that some players, so they should rotate really really early on in order to secure those bridges and also get as much gatekeeping points as possible.
Yup, right here as we head on towards a little bit more, we can also see some players going in for a couple of more kills, but of course it will not happen for now. The place is gonna be looted, and they definitely have the time in the world to go in for a couple more weapons, a couple more buildings that they can go to. And if you the honking was just, I was caught off guard by that honking right there. And anyways, back to the fight again. They do have the place to their hands, so it's all doing good for them. And definitely an easy, an easy takeover of the places, the buildings, the warehouse that they will be taking just for those loot drops, everything. And at this point, the grenades as well to help them in their later fights. But again, the hot drops could also be helping them, but some of the teams will not prefer that. Maybe they could be going for some um, no weapons that don't really hurt a lot, but also would be good for them to take the weapons of those they would kill, and they would be getting those points. And just like you said, that Akasa is still holding the number one spot, but with how the game over is doing right now, maybe we could have the SDMC treatment once more from the side of game over and be able to win these last three games, and you could be catching up towards Akazaya.
Absolutely, it's really possible as of this moment. We can see Game Over Reject is only 25 points away from Akazaya. That's pretty much one good game, and then let's just assume that Akazaya will still do well in still do consistently in the next map. So what Game Over Reject could have like maybe 5 or maybe 10 points higher than AKAZAYA net profit. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, they basically 3 maps is very possible for Game Over Reject to overtake AKAZAYA. Not that it matters, since it's still a group stage, and all that matters is securing your slot in the game, in the grand finals, and all that has to do is get into at least rank number 8, and pretty much Akazaya and Game Over Reject, they don't even have to worry about that too much. And I believe Syndicate should be locked in as well. But here, rank number 4 going down, there's such a little amount of leeway happening over here. You could still lose your place in the top 8. But here, the President's Nasir, the bullets just couldn't connect. It's just a little too bad. And we can see just what we said a while ago, the trying to secure the bridge fight is already underway. The Presidents and Syndicate are both currently trying to fight for domination on this bridge. And Chachity is going to be the first to fall down. That's Nasir from the Presidents taking them down. Okay, they spot last 2 players towards the far end of this bridge. They're just trying to go ahead and take these eliminations as much as possible. You can see they're going on the aggressive really quickly, and there's also a chance that in the other part of in the second bridge, going on to the military base, there could be a potential same fight that looks like this. But as of this moment, we will be watching out for the Presidents and the Syndicate going up against each other.
Indeed. And for now, we're gonna be waiting for a little bit more. The grenade from the presidents to hopefully find those assassins, and he does. Ao falls down. Malmoon to the on the way to put them. Mismanaged to miss a few, but that's totally okay. Can still get those kills down, and they're just gonna be trying to chase them down as well. But we'll have to move back now. They have to be very much careful, and also one member is also very low on health, and they will have to rescue him for now, and they will have to cross the bridge to get inside the circle. But there's still stage one that it doesn't really hurt that much yet, and we're doing good so far. Cloud, however, will be getting one down. That's gonna be Moise, the member from the side of the presidents right here. And in just a few moments, if they could push for a little bit more, maybe they could end and they could win against the president.
There we have it. We got Syndicate still at it, but Cloud took a bit of damage back there. It's not enough, but still, the President's definitely trying to chip away from Syndicate, and right now Syndicate's not doing so well. We got Cloud and Eddie, the last people standing from the team. And you can see Cloud barely has any healing items left. In fact, they only have one actually. I don't know why I said barely, but I don't think there's an area here where you can pretty much loot the place up. It looks like Syndicate actually conceded the bridge to the president, so the president still outnumbers them, so it's not a good idea to stay around there, especially since they lost AU and intensity. But nonetheless, it looks like the presidents will be staying on the bridge instead of trying to chase down Syndicate, who are going on foot, by the way. But here we have Game Over Reject. They're gonna be eaten up by that play zone really soon. But the choice that they have here right now, they could potentially get perhaps a boat if they can find one at that area, and then cross to the military base without that. Over here, we're having another fight, as I said a while ago, in the other bridge in military base. There's actually 3 factions vying for the bridge. Akazaya already has they already have control over the bridge to boot, but T4A is trying to trying to contest that rather. T4A is getting shot at as of this moment. Akazaya is positioned all over the map, all over the bridge. Wookie is gonna lose their life. Sumano already 5 eliminations from Akazaya. That's actually 4 eliminations from T4A all of the sudden, and that's our first team wipeout.
First team wipeout from here, and Mano also looking for more targets, but just from very far. I think he will not be able to get those kills down. You know, it's just not possible for now. And if he gets spotted, then it's just a game over for him right here. The other hand, E2S, one member will be fallen down, and Mano as well, just trying to look for possible targets right here in the bridge, but no one will be passing that area as well, so they cannot really fight those things down. However, E2S, I think they're trying to fight um, some enemies down the road, but on the other side of the map, we have Game Over going for a Molotov kill right there for one of their enemies, and they will be pushing against DTS right here as Crypto is now fallen down.
Yep. And got the Novoripno, yeah, we have Fraterni already securing the spot. I'm not sure how that happened. Maybe they didn't use the bridges because they managed to get to Novoripno, yeah, without any drama basically. But okay, Syndicate's Cloud actually vied for an elimination already despite trying to play it safe already. But E2S, they're still out in the open and they're still trying to take out the rest of Syndicate. So I believe there are a couple of teams already within the vicinity of the military base. I guess they didn't cross the bridge. They found another way to get into the military base because from the flight path we actually saw there were no teams that dropped off to the military base, and very quickly there were a bunch of teams that already tried gatekeeping the bridge. So I guess there are some teams that did exactly that. Syndicate managed to get away from the presidents, and now they're within the military base. They don't have any cars, so that's something I'm really nervous about. But here, XCR, they found Arc as well. It looks like they have a bunch of knockdowns and eliminations on their side, and XCR is currently dominating. And there we have it. We have a boat. Hiding behind is Ryan, and actually they secured that kill against XCR. Not sure how many people are left from XCR. What just happened over here? It's actually Arc that managed to wipe out rather it's actually XCR that managed to wipe out Arc at this moment, but XCR, they have to revive very quickly. I'm not sure if 666 can get this right. Okay, they managed to heal themselves up. I'm really nervous as of this moment because they have to time it really fast. Yako needs to get revived as well. Okay, they have the healing kit and they're good to go. They strategized that really well. I was actually quite stressed out from that situation, but right now they have a kilometer ish left to go to travel, and that circle is all the way up in Novorepno. Yeah, so they have to keep moving. I don't know what BLK is doing in Giorgio Pool. What is happening? They have to keep moving, and that circle is only gonna get smaller.
Definitely, and the circle's just getting smaller, but also the threat of the river trying to take space as well. So it adds more of that threat later on. But of course, when the circle really gets smaller, it will situate. I think definitely at the bottom island, and we'll be also looking for more teams right here who will be converging. And yeah, stage three, it's still quite big, but the damage is already starting to pile up and it's starting to hurt. But on the other side, game over. One member will falling down beside of agents and actually will mark the elimination for the agents right here. Game over. Three eliminations to their team already. Two members needing some backup, needing some revive, and I think they're looking good. But yeah, compared to AKAZAYA right now, seven eliminations and 128 points already. All of them are also alive. So this is a big chance for them to turn things around and to win this winner chicken dinner.
Absolutely, this is a really good opportunity, not just for one team, but a lot of teams as of this moment. Lose them. Okay, they managed to heal up, not to worry, and game over reject. They know that there's nothing else left to stay here for, so they're gonna go ahead and rotate into the area. But Akazaya is still nearby, so they'll have to cross that hurdle really quickly. So game over reject could get a boat, or they could go up against Akazaya. It looks like Akazaya is actually getting actually having this in the bag. They're still staying inside the stage three blue zone, trying to take down as much of game over reject as much as possible. But as of this moment, both teams are playing it really safe. Elon needs to revive, so Akazaya has to push back on their plans really quickly. Luzum's still out there. Matu's still crawling on the ground, and it looks like Manu is going straight up, and God was sure. Oh goodness me, Matu! There were two players from AKAZAYA, now three from AKAZAYA on the ground. Luzum and Ryzen are still active, but they have to heal a lot. This is very stressful for both teams. I don't think Matu can make this. Let's see if they can revive Matu. Okay, it's nope, it was impossible. Matu is now casualty, and now we're still at this. Look at the three from Game Over Esports, and there's Manu just there. So this is not a good look. I don't know if Game Over knows he's there because they're not finishing the job. Okay, there we have it. We have one down from AKAZAYA as well. And now there's only one last player in AKAZAYA. And meanwhile, Game Over Reject still has two active players. Okay, now three. They managed to revive one player.
And right now, Typhoon Esports will be taking one down as well. ICS doing the same thing. Sin 7 fighting back as well. But now, as Game Over trying to cross the bridge, it does look like they will be eliminated because there are just a lot of teams just hiding towards this bridge right here. Akazaya is one of them. XDR also falling down one by one by the station zone, and now slowly cleaning stuff up. And now Matu game over also done, and a little bit more before they can claim those kills. Solly will find it and going in to heal himself up before they will move towards the center of the circle. And it's starting already from this point forward. Oh, actually get hit by that, but he will still make it in time. He will need to heal himself up before he will be able to move out of this area safely. And on the other hand, Lovin's Fraternity also looking to fight a different team right here, but it does look like they will be keeping themselves alive for now.
Absolutely, they are quite alive. But here, Leon's Lunar might be in trouble, and Robin gets hit right in the face with a grenade. And you can see Lovin's Fraternity closing in to finish the job. There's still two players from the LN. Or rather, there are three players from LN that still needs to be taken care of. But wow, Game Over Reject and Akazaya lost their lives there. I guess the blue zone was really brutal to both of them, and they lost their place in the game. But yeah, I and that circle's gonna close it really, really quickly. Nice grenade, but it's not gonna give too much damage for against Leon's Lunar. But here, Mao Moon from the Presidents. Three versus one grenade fight. It's a good thing the terrain is on their advantage, and Follow's just right there, so they can go ahead and get backup from the rest of the team. But of course, we have Lovin's Fraternity trying to third party at this rate, and they have a really good vantage point. But XCR is also nearby, so it's kind of a messy place to be in, especially since we have 11 teams still in the game, and we're stage for the circle. In the military base of all places, there's a lot of water within that small circle, so there's less places to hide. We have BLK all of a sudden. I think they're already within the vicinity, hopefully, because OPZ did find BLK, and BLK, they waited too long to get out of Georgia Pool, and now I don't know if it was worth it for them because they got zero eliminations despite staying in Georgia Pool for so long. So unfortunately that happened, but right now we will be worrying about the teams that are still in the military base, especially the presidents versus Leon's Lunar versus XCR from a distance, and we have Falas just trying to scout the place out. And as of this moment, although the presidents and LN know where each other is, they're not really engaging yet. I guess they're just waiting.
Definitely. And right now, LN looking to fight right here a different team, but there's gonna be a third one joining in as well in a couple of minutes. The presidents, however, would have to be hiding for now. TTS Esports will be saying their goodbyes, and also Sen 7 getting a few kills down the road as well. And it's nice here to witness that the teams that are left for this game are those the one at the bottom. So it's a big chance for them to climb up towards the ranks because right now Game Over is down, Akazai is down. Syndicate is still up though with two members. TTS, BLK, and ARC also the same situation they have with the top teams right here. So it's definitely a big chance. This is a big game right here for the bottom teams that will be trying their best to get above and get those top ranks. And again, this could be their moment. This is just anyone's moment right here, and the circle is just gonna give them that as well as they move on towards towards the safe zone. And yeah,
What?
oh, he got hit by that. XTR would be eliminated.
That actually looked really comical. I thought it wouldn't work. I thought they'd like step away, but that was a vehicle elimination through and through. But here, Leon's Lunar still at it with the precedence. Okay, nice grenade throw ice right there at ground zero. But Emmy's right below Mamoon, and there's also ice there. Okay, we have two down on the side of LN. We still have Shy, last person standing. And they have the high ground, but unfortunately, it's still not gonna stop Mamoon. That was a 3 versus 1, actually. That was crazy. I'm not even exaggerating. What a player. Malmoon from the Presidents picked one after the other, the players from Leon's Lunar, and now they have four eliminations on their side. Now we're down to 7 teams. And Syndicate so far, they are the top ranking team amongst the players, rather teams that are still alive. We're still 19 minutes into the game, so it might drag on for maybe 10 minutes or so. But here we have LOVINS Fraternity finally trying their hand against the Presidents, but Nasir fell. Still, there's backup right behind them. Grenade coming in. Let's see, it's gonna connect.
Yep, the grenades connecting once more, trying to get them down. And this is going to be a game of basketball right here as they try to shoot towards the hoops right here. And does look like the vehicle will be going down like a Titanic, but I think it's really not. And definitely will be chasing them down. And just a few more. Maumon is also eliminated as well. Just waiting to confirm that kill, and has no choice but to fight back. And Brucey would finally end him right then and there. Fala, however, will be trying to snipe him down and shoot him down as well. But I think it will not be enough. The circle now favoring a bit of that water just gives them a space to hide in that area.
Mm. And Aussie are finally getting the revive that they need. FTR's gonna strike. You can see the mini map. They're just gonna close in really really quickly. The ball was way too low on health. They decided to go into the water instead. Nasir left them all alone. Oh, okay. Presidents actually got eliminated off completely. Nice job from Lovin's Fraternity. And they had a lot of pressure going on against TP, but TP still got the 5 eliminations that they needed. FTR also with the 5 eliminations. Hopefully, they climb all the way up to at least rank number 8. But these guys, they're doing really well so far. But OPZ White, they found the Syndicate's Eddie, and Eddie gets finished off as well. And the Syndicate should be a one-man team as of this moment. So after this, if ever Syndicate gets picked off, we're actually having the rank number 7 going downwards. They're having a game amongst themselves, and this is a really good opportunity to farm a lot of points. Is considering the fact that this is literally like the third to the last map. This is the third to the last chance for a group B, and those ranking perhaps from 6 down, they have to work extra hard to qualify for the grand final. So this is exactly what happened. We have FTR. They probably know that there's nothing else left to do in that area towards the coastline. So they're gonna go around this area where E2S7 and X7 are kind of like just watching each other, trying to see whoever makes the first move. And I think it's going to be happening really soon, especially since the stage 6 circle is going to close in 2 minutes, and they are at the border of the circle, and X7 is going to be swallowed up really soon.
And a few taps right there. He still managed to get that kill down. And Sen 7, Heezy goes in for that kill. And OPZ Esports will be eliminated. Now we're down to the last 5 teams. They're cutting gun down as well. E2S, Seal 7 trying to make this one out alive. But Cloud would be taken out. And that's another elimination. Syndicate would be going down. And it's down to these last 4 teams that are currently at the bottom part, and they will have, this is their moment, this is their time to shine, to climb towards that upper half.
Yeah. Time for 4 teams. X7, 2 last players. E2S7, 3 last players. FTR and Typhoon, both still a full squad. E2S7 unfortunately still has 0 eliminations, so they have to keep moving. They have to go chop chop. They have a considerable amount of placement points already. So just by staying alive, they already have the points that they need. But still, it should help. It really would help if they started getting eliminations as well, especially since they need those points to qualify for the grand finals, securing their spot in the grand finals. And here, Lovin's Fraternity, they have. I mean, I'm a little nervous for their position right now. They are out in the open, but Game Over Rejects and AKAZAYA both prove that you don't need to be inside of a compound to have a really nice performance in a map. But here, nonetheless, everyone's just waiting for that circle to force everyone's hands. Typhoon is mostly, they have a lot of the map control as of this moment, but that could change really, really soon depending on where the next circle is gonna be.
Mhm. And now we're down to the last four teams once more. X7 could be looking its demise right here. E2S7 as well still has the chance, but three members sets them up at a disadvantage. The same goes for X7 with two members remaining. And now that the circle has been closing up as well, also the water taking some space, so it's really, really smaller at this time. And now the circle has shown up once more. There's still gonna be that water presence, which they could use to their advantage, which they could use to cover their tracks. And for now, the rest of the teams, we have FTR. They have to slowly get inside the center before they can cross the edge of it. And right here, if they would show up, then definitely they would be spotted and they would be taken out with ease. And now, Lovin's Fraternity looking for a better way than to move around with their vehicle. With spot game over right here. Paprusi already low on health and he leaves the car and he's very much injured. But no choice, nothing left with nothing in hand with the rest of his teammates. Still makes it alive. Two elimination from Paprusi. And now connecting those bullets once more, ICS, one member fall down, and nothing also with three eliminations.
And still at it with E2S7, still not making a move. Okay, X7 should be accessible right now, but they're still holding their bullets. And okay, Heezy is gonna. Where did that grenade go? I don't know if that was a grenade or smoke, but here we have. Okay, Heezy just got hit by the grenade, but it wasn't enough to finish that guy off. And so each of they should try again, but they're not. Okay, there we have it. The grenade finally hit and chops, knocks down Hazy. Question is, will the other player from X7 dare try to revive this guy? And so each of they're just waiting for Yami to kind of draw out, and Yami will probably get eaten up by that reason. Okay, Yami decided to step out and take that risk. Ooh, Tops actually gets hit by Yami. Manages to hide behind the wall. Okay, nice going from X7. But still, Heezy does need that revive. And here, Typhoon Esports. Yes, they are still quite near under this bridge. And they're going at it against Lovitch Fraternity. A bunch of grenade throws here and there. And as of this moment, Typhoon, they're doing really well. They have about five eliminations, if I read that correctly. Now they're just exchanging
Mm-hmm.
grenades. Nino falls down to the ground. I think Napo is gonna be the last person standing, and there we have it. Typhoon Esports gets finished off. Now it's between E2F7 and FTR.
Yep, right here. And now we're down to the last two teams. E2S7 could win this one. FTR, they could still do this thing as well. Now that they have managed to revive the third player for this one. And yeah, E2S, they will be pushed towards the danger zone, which they will really have to move towards to. And now that almost there, still alive, and one more hit before he will fall down. But the rest of E2S definitely finding their way and trying to fight back. And before they would be eliminated by FTR, which I think they will not. Which I think they will really still put up a big fight right here. But again, it's a 3v3, and no one is pushing towards center. So probably the only way to push them is to just go in against each other. And E2S once more just grouped up as well. Again, this is their chance to take center stage and to climb up towards the upper ranks. And yeah, the shots already connecting as well, and just waiting for that elimination and confirmation kill. But for now, they're being spread out. Um, yeah, we can definitely see right here. Currently, FTR has the center stage and they have the center map as well, but they are separated, so they could You get, if they will be eliminated, then it's just hard for them to come back to the fight. With E2S though, they're really grouped up. So if ever they will be, I mean, it's like a good counter for FTR to take them down one by one, especially if they don't know where they hidden. But here, they're just gonna be
Ooh.
gunning them down. If nothing, we'll find one. E2S, one member already falling down. Be needing some backup. And right here, we're still not done. Ayan trying to put up a fight as well as he's able to pinch himself towards
Ouch.
this area where he is the untouchable by the danger zone. And in just a few moments, ooh, tops will not tops for now. And oh, uh, a win, winner, chicken dinner to Lovin's Fraternity.
Well, that was a win from the blue zone, but still love his fraternity with the chicken dinner. 10 total eliminations. That 20. That's the 20 total points. No, rather not 20 total points. They are 20 points from this map alone. And this is what I'm saying. One good game would change the lives of some of the teams that are still in page number 2, struggling to start trying to qualify. 48 should put you at page number 1, since the threshold was like around early 40s or high 30s for rank number 8. So I we can just confirm with the overall rankings later on. But yes, these are the winner chicken dinner team stats from Lovin's Fraternity. Great job coming in from these guys. You know, 5 eliminations from one of the players, and everyone else has their fair share on elimination points. Here we have the match summary. We have 52 total eliminations, 10k total healings used, still 5 total throws. There were a lot of good grenade throws during this map. I think they're very deserving of highlight reels later on. But yes, that's it for the match summary. I think we should see the MVP for the game really soon. I believe that should be Akazaya's Ilan.
And definitely another MVP from Akazaya right here. And amazing, really. Amazing. Just remember the soundbite for that. But aside from that, we have top four eliminators as well. Aside from Elan, we have Soli from Akazaya, Maumuni, we have Nothing from FTR. And it's kind of a bit skewed, like 5-5, 4-4. It's sort of like equal between these members. So definitely still a good job for them and a good game number three right there for these players. Amazing ones, amazing runs indeed, and they have shown themselves throughout, especially that these faces are already familiar.
Absolutely. And we have the match rankings as well. We have 20 total points for Lovin's Fraternity. And of course, number 2, Akazaya has 10 total points. TYPHOON Esports has 9. E2SCL7 has 8, alongside X7 and Syndicate. The Presidents have 6, alongside Game Over Rejects. And OPZ has 5. I think I like this map the most because it just gives a chance to some of the teams that really direly needed those points. But XTR with 3, Leon's Lunar and Agents have 1, and TTS, BLK, Arc, and T4A have 0 points. I'm actually surprised Leon's Lunar has only 1 point. They survived so long, but unfortunately, they only had 1 placement point and they couldn't get the elimination points that they need.
Yup, and right here, our overall rankings. Once more, match number 8. Still, Akasaya still leads number 1 with 138 points. To follow that up as well, they have Game Over Reject with 109, 73 points for Syndicate, 48 for Lovin's Fraternity. So these teams have already managed to climb, especially with Lovin's Fraternity, who have managed to climb it up right here. And now TTS Esports actually going down, BLK as well, Sen 7 and E2S CU 7.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the threshold as of this moment. Rank number 8 is 39 total points. And so with that, Akazaya, Game Over Reject still up top, and Akazaya managed to put a lot of cushion between them and Game Over Reject. They maintained it, rather. They maintained it in this map. So there's only 2 chances left. It's the 2 Miramars. I think I'm pretty confident that Akazaya and Game Over Reject and even Syndicate has solidified their place. But as you can see, rank number 4 got got taken by Lovins Fraternity just like that because of one good game. Like quite literally, just one good game was all that's needed to change the fate from a page to team going on to page number one. They had half. They pretty much half the points that they have as of this moment was just from this match. So there could be the same story later on in the last two Miramar maps. The whole overall rankings could change from rank 4 going down just from that. But yes, that is it for our match number 3 for tonight. So we will be moving on to the Miramar maps later on. But before that happens, of course, we will be taking a short break. So guys, do not go anywhere. We'll be seeing you soon in a few minutes.
Right here, we're still not gonna be done. RK Esports trying to fight them off as well, fend them off this house, but does look like it's just gonna be
Hard. Okay. It looks like there's still a lot of crossfire between three teams. Oh, okay. We have
back into the fight as well. Before Ace will involved this tough fight. The defense can rush, tries to get the knee.
that would have ended really badly. Okay, I am more damage. Finally, we saw the ground. We have
He's slowly getting spotted. He still managed to fight back. And another elimination point for their team. And will be needing for one more. Ooh, Soli still got center. And AKAZAYA, Soli, along with Lan, will also find those members down.
They're still 600 meters away, but here we have, okay, Syndicate versus, so who is this? XS7 is my opponent, but okay, so let's a bit of damage from another angle. Alright, we have Gara. Nice.
It's good, but the rest of the teams are as we get all towards stage number 4 and just a few seconds. They find the kill right here and then for that one, but right here, Topsy to the rescue as well, and he's
But over here, E2S7, okay, TBS does not manage to recall, but here, FTR and 8 before all the while gets the range down. We're down to 12 teams actually, and we're 15 minutes into the behind the triangle, and there we have a nice grenade throw from Elan, and Hisham goes down. Okay, and there's also another team. I believe it's the last team, and they're just trying to see aggressive while the other teams prioritize defense quite a lot, and I just said it. Manu goes right into the open fire and gets knocked down. It's a good thing that he's still in action. That element has given but nonetheless,
creating Syndicate also pushing in as well against the different team right here. The great popped it as well, and nothing.
the top 3 teams are here, and BLK, they're down to 2 players, so it might be a little bit hard. Poison goes down faster. Ryzen is just trying to close in.
Oh.
Alright, nice shot, and they finally got secured at that.
The rest of game over, trying to turn things around as well, trying to change the positions. And right here, she's gonna be gunning them down, and Syndicate covered as well, and nice hit to Adding. As he finds one here now. Could be another post right here, Bola Masaya.
But still, it's not gonna be enough. He just storms the building, and that is a on the grenade. Okay, that was a highlight. That was a highlight. What is gonna be falling? But otherwise, the GAMEOVER Esports, they also have their own individuals on the ground. And this is so unbelievably priced. And you can see it's best Seal 7 still going at it. Oh, Ion's in trouble, and that's a nice grenade. So once ever.
We'll get one down. Akasaya as well. Right here. Game over. Doing they are here. The grenade inside this house right here. He's still alive. He's able to push it out. And exit.
Vehicle elimination from Elon over here, but Elon is a huge target.
Looking for a game right here. Could be looking for the winner chicken dinner. And the grenade could reach him for a little bit more. The grenade from the presidents to hopefully find those assassins. And he does.
Their T4A is getting shot at as of this moment. AKAZAYA is positioned all over the map, all over the nations on their side, and XCR is currently dominating. And there we have it. We have a boat falling on the ground, and it looks like Mandu is going straight up, and God was sure. Oh goodness!
Slowly cleaning stuff up.
But here we might be in trouble, and Robin.
He's gonna get the He caught it.
Side of LN. We still have Shy. Lucky still standing. And they have the high ground, but unfortunately, it's still not going to stop Mamu. That was
And Lucy will finally end him right then and there. Hala, however, few taps are there, still managed to get the kill down. And a better way than to move around with their people. Want tape over right here, Maprusi. Want tape over right here, Maprusi. Already low on out, and he used the product. He's very much injured, nothing left with nothing in hand. With the rest of his teammates still going to survive. The elimination of Maprusi.
so interesting. They should try again, but they're not. Okay, there we have it. The grenade finally hit and chops. No.
For FTR to take them down one by one, especially if they don't know where they winner chicken dinner to Lovins Fraternity.
Well, that was a win from the
Here we're still not gonna be done. RT Sports trying to fight them off as well, fend them off. This house, it does look like it's just gonna be fun.
Okay. It looks like there's still a lot of crossfire between the three teams. Oh, okay. We have
Back into the fight as well. 4A still involved in this love fight. The number from Blue, Gravity Rush tries to get in.
that would have hit really badly. Okay, I ended up getting more damage. Finally, boots on the ground. We have
Here, Soli getting spotted, and he still managed to fight back once more, finding one and another elimination point for their team. And will be needing for one more. Ooh, Soli still got center, and AKAZAYA, Soli, along with Plan, will also find those teams down.
leaders. Okay, but now okay, versus who is this? X7. Not a goal, but we saw a bit of damage from another angle. All right, we have Mara. Nice.
It's good, but the rest of the teams, as we got all towards stage number 4 in just a few seconds, we'll find a kill right here and confirm that one. But right here, Topsy to the rescue as well, and he's
But over here, E2S7, okay, PBS could not manage to recall, but here, FTR and Agent are against each other as well. 2-4A all the while gets eliminated off. We're down to 12 teams actually, and we're 15 minutes into the game. Behind at the triangle, and there we have a nice grenade throw from Elan, and Hisham goes down. Okay, and there's also another team, FTC that's still out, and they're just trying to see aggressive while the other team prioritize defense quite a lot, and I just said it. Manu goes right into the open fire and gets knocked down. It's a good thing that there's still too many angles that LN has up against AKAZAYA, so it was not a good look, but nonetheless,
Syndicate also pushing in as well against the team right here. A great offset as well, and dumping.
all three teams are here, and BLK, they're down to two players, so the car poison goes down faster, right, and it's just trying to push it.
Oh,
Nice shot, and it might be locked and secured, and that
rest now game over. Trying to turn things down as well. And right here, just gonna be gunning them down. And Syndicate on the move as well. And nice get from the United and it could be another point right here for AKAZAYA.
he walked, but still, it's not gonna be enough. Luzon storms the building, and I think that is it for OPZ. Bro, on the grenade. Okay, that was a highlight. That was a highlight. What is just keep falling? Otherwise, the game will be because they also have their own individual tower out there, and this is so underutilized. Team to Steel 7.
What is up, guys? We are now back right here, day number 4 of Pmnc Maldives, Spring 2026. We are your shoutcasters once again. I'm Moik, and with me is Annie as we head on to the last two matches of Miramar.
Yep, two more maps, and we're going to determine which of these teams in Group B will be moving forward to the grand finals. And actually, it's really possible that things will switch up really fast in the overall rankings later on. We saw that exactly happening with Lovins Fraternity after 20 whole points from the previous map. They jumped all the way to rank number 4 with 40 something points. So things could happen like that. Any of the teams that are still lagging behind on page number 2, they could totally change their whole fate with just one really good game. So that's what we're going to be looking out for in our last two maps, and obviously Akazaya and Game Over Rejects and Syndicate. We don't have to look at them too much because it's quite obvious that they already have this secured in the bag. I believe Syndicate has 60 points, and even if Lovin's Fraternity got two chicken dinners in a row, Syndicate still has their slot in the grand finals secured. So after that, yes, we will be starting off with our map. We have our flight path going from the southeast, going all the way to La Cabrera in the northwest.
Mhm. And right here, since they're gonna be the last area that will be, you know, that will be crossed by the airplane is gonna be the La Cabrera, and it's gonna be maybe some teams will be landing there. But I do hope that there will be teams that will be landing in the Los Leones or El Pozo. Also, San Martin is a good one too, and yeah, I mean definitely for these teams that will be catching, especially these last two games. I really hope that the bottom teams it will be their time to shine to eventually know which teams will be making it up to the top qualifiers, and will be advancing.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll determine that tonight after the next Miramar map. So for now, everyone's kind of just dropping off in several areas. We can see perhaps PTS, Typhoon Esports, and Arc. They've landed. They dropped off the airplane a little bit early on, and so they are at the southeast, and it's not gonna work out too well for them since that circle is gonna close in to El Pozo. So these guys are like a little bit of the farthest of the teams that are jumping in. But there's some teams that are also within the first stage of the circle. So E2S, 7, BLK, FTR, OPZ, the presidents, even game over rejects. They are already within the circle, so they don't have to worry too much. But here, Akazaya is nearby as well. But what I really want to watch out for is Agent and Syndicate. They landed quite near each other, and perhaps also Leon's Lunar and XCR. There's a chance that they might go up against each other. But as of this moment, we're not hearing any gunshots. We're not seeing any early game engagements popping up on the kill feed. So I believe I can assume that maybe not much will be happening yet. But here we have the Presidents versus Chief 4A. I don't know if they know they're there. They can definitely hear the footsteps. And so whether or not they start engaging, that's something we'll find out later. But for now, it looks like the two teams are focusing on looting the place.
And yeah, we have 16 teams still up. No eliminations for now. Everyone is present, and yeah, I mean, definitely, it's what you can expect for Miramar, especially for these last two matches, and these very very crucial matches that will decide which teams will be moving on towards the next stage and who will be qualifying. And right now, no eliminations again, and no major fights will be happening, but they will be sharing some buildings. Or maybe just near each other, like neighboring places only. But again, no major casualty, and it's what you can expect for for a time like 3 minutes and almost 30 seconds.
Absolutely. Not much happening yet, as I mean, just from the drop off points, it's not really that possible yet. But still, syndicates nearby, agents, Q4As nearby, the presidents, and none of them are engaging yet. But it could change really soon. Jinx just went out in the open, so I think it's still possible to play it safe since there's a lot of buildings covering the area, and I believe the presidents are probably too busy looting the place up. Oh, okay, it looks like they're taking position slowly. Follows out in the open on the rooftop, and they're just trying a bunch of vantage points. E4A trying to position themselves, but they are all in one building. I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but if it's gonna work out, that's fine as well. Here, Syndicate, they're hiding out. They have information that there's another team. I'm not sure why they wouldn't be in the circle, so they have decided that perhaps they're going to take this area for themselves and just camp out until the next circle comes in. Now, actually, they are 200 meters away from the circle, so they should probably keep moving later on. It's a good thing there are cars nearby, but still, they're holding their place, wondering if there's probably someone nearby. As of now, there isn't much. And we're still watching the presidents at T4A, and unlike the Erangels and the Rondo, it seems that these players are not being aggressive as of this moment. So I guess we're gonna kick our feet up just a bit and wait for the maybe perhaps stage two of the circle.
And 16 teams still up, no eliminations just yet. And again, 5 minutes. It's nothing, nothing concerning at this point, and especially with how the teams are currently doing right now, they're just hiding, not really looking for engagements, which I do understand though from this perspective that it's the last two matches. You know, it's high stakes. The especially for the bottom half of the teams, for the second half of the teams, it's so hard to catch up. So definitely, um, what you're gonna do is just aim for that winner more chicken dinner and go for that safe kills as well. But again, currently Akazai still holds number one. Second goes to game over, and I love the position right here. I don't know if someone comes up, they're just gonna be taking them down, but it's I don't know. They have no information yet, so definitely they cannot. It's such a risky move to pull off. You have to really have the players get inside that area. And yeah, right now currently a game over, and Akazai leading with 100 points, at least 100 points, 73 going to Syndicate, FTR with a 48 and 47 with TTS.
Absolutely, and it looks like they're not really making a move. But okay, Akazaya will be moving in as a third party. That's not really a third party because two first teams are not even making a move on each other just yet. And I'm not quite sure what T4A was doing back there. That's basically putting all your eggs in one basket. One good grenade throw, and that it's over for them. But well, nonetheless, it's still working out because the presidents aren't really making a move. But okay, finally. Okay, OPZ going up against Game Over Rejects. Ryzen just got finished off right there. So lose them as well. Oh, goodness. And it's a good thing Luzum fell off and it didn't credit to, I believe it did not credit the elimination to OPZ. Okay, never mind. It probably did since OPZ has two eliminations. Elan is down on the ground. It's a good thing Maho's nearby, so it looks like they got caught up. The presidents when he found Akazaya, and they were like, you know what, T4A, you're taking too long, and they're trying to hide out, maybe going for those placement points instead of elimination points. But right now, Akazaya, they do need to revive Elan. It's way too early to be losing any player, but still, nonetheless, Agazaya, good spot to be in, especially since there are two teams lurking about.
And with the 16 teams, we're almost nearing its 8 minute mark. T4A, on the other hand, also from afar, and LF Akazaya will be moving to a different spot from here on out. And again, only two players have been eliminated, and those are both from Game Over. So Game Over could be living up to its name if they get eliminated right here and very, very early. So it's good. It has, I mean, Syndicate will have the chance to overtake number two spot, but they're safe and they're definitely qualified, surely qualified alongside with Akazaya because look at this. I mean, three digits already, and you only have two matches left to overpass. I mean, to catch up to game over to Akazaya, which is definitely not happening, and it's just too impossible at this point. So yeah, there's 16 teams still remaining as we head on later for the 10th minute game. But in this type of game, in this type of match, and with a group that we have right now, we're gonna be expecting a very very slow pace toward as we move towards the game.
Absolutely, it's way too slow, way too slow, and that's considering the fact that we're 9 minutes into the game already, and we only have two casualties, I believe. That will be game over, reject losing two players. And after that, okay, I don't know what happened here with the 666 from XTR. I'm not sure why they fell. Okay, so they're going up against Typhoon and someone slipped. hit right at the back, broke their back and everything. Okay, what just happened there? They walked by. Okay, one versus one, nothing. Finally gets that shot in. That dude was like, "Oh, someone walked by," and then they shoot him right at the back. So nice job from Lovin's Fraternity. Really good momentum from that previous game. So hopefully they rack up more points just to secure their slot in the grand finals. But nonetheless, yes, X7 is also nearby. So Bisbury is down on the ground. Tyrant's just here to finish the job. That's exactly what happened. True elimination so far for Lovin's Fraternity. Now there's no one else within the vicinity. The rest of X7 has split off and gone somewhere else. Here we have OPC Esports already with the two eliminations. E2F7 nearby. Let's see if they'll try to make an engagement.
Mm-hmm. And definitely see if we could get an engagement right here. But 7 again, leaving with one member left. So this could also the same goes for game over if they will not be able to revive one member down. AKAZAYA, the same thing as well. One member currently needing some backup and will be needing some revive right here. Agents, one member will fall down. Um, also trying to fight back as well as they take on game over, and game over indeed will be eliminated. We have another team trying to fight as well. There's Akazaya and between the enemy team, so this could be a big disadvantage if they get taken out right here. And Akazaya Manu actually got hit by that. BLK on the other hand would be eliminated by the grenade, just waiting for the confirmation kill right there, but Poison will finally go down. XDR on the other hand also fallen down. BLK still doing the same thing. It looks like Akasaya could win this one.
Yeah, absolutely. BLK down to two last players. Akazaya, I think they could still go ahead and give a revive to the down players, so it's not too much to worry about. Manu still has a lot of health to go along with, but BLK, on the other hand, very much so outnumbered. But the grenades are still gonna come in. No connections yet. They're all just blindly trying to hit. Okay, there we have a BLK scoop. Took a bit of damage back there. Elan right at the front lines, trying to push into the area. Okay, now Akazaya is using their numbers advantage. BLK Scoop unfortunately decided to turn their back instead of fighting them onward, but nonetheless, there was not really much of a choice there. So BLK, last person standing out there, trying to run away and secure some placement points if ever it's still possible. But E2S7, they get wiped out. So that's the first team that will be saying goodbye on this first Miramar map for tonight. But here, Lovin's Fraternity, looks like they'll be rotating out of the area, trying to find any sort of elimination out there. But here, T4A going up against Agent, and FTR is also nearby. I don't know where FTR is. I guess that's why they're moving, so they could go ahead and try to save their player. But here we have still something happening. E2S7. E2S7 is still, it's BLK that got eliminated off. I was wondering. That was strange. But here, the president going up against E2S7 on the same building. Let's see what happens.
Yep, definitely we'll see what happens. Two teams already eliminated right here. The grenades connecting, trying to find one. A Molotov will find though. It's gonna be another member down as well, and they will just be confirmed kill for the side of E2S. Once more, a solid looking for more enemies right here, but does look like he will not be able to find one just yet. The bullets connecting. Topsy finding one, looking for another, and three eliminations already going beside of Agent. That's Gara with three eliminations to his name. The rest of the team still trying to fight back with T4A going down. Agent as well will be falling down, and they'll just be cleaning things up. And this is what I mean. We've already reached at least 10 minutes into the game, and we haven't seen any fights a while ago. Now this is here, and it's just it's like raining. It's like raining bullets right here.
Absolutely. And follow last person standing still. At least there's no one nearby, so they can go ahead and probably hide out somewhere, choose a place and keep quiet as much as possible. That's exactly what's happening with X7's Yami as well. So there's several teams that are solo players as of this moment. That's X7, the Presidents, and T4A. Here we have Agent versus Akazaya. I think that was Akazaya, and Syndicate versus XCR as well. And here in El Pozo, it's a bit of a mess. OPZ towards northwest. Leon's Lunar still a full squad. they're in the same place. Whoa, right in the face. I mean, almost got knocked out
Right in
there,
the
but Syndicate's
face.
Cloud fell down. Ooh, the rehab EO is also nearby, and Syndicate's gonna be closing in against Leon's Lunar. So it's gonna be a bit of a mess. See if there'll be a third party from OPZ as well. So it's way too risky to go ahead and be too aggressive here, and that's exactly what's happening. AO got caught up in the crossfire. Eddie is still out in the open. I don't think they can revive their player right there, and I'm not sure where the last person from in Syndicate is, but it's an absolute mess as of this moment. AO can still be revived. Syndicate Cloud and Eddie are also nearby, so Intensity can go ahead and give the revive. So with that, it's Syndicate versus Leon's Lunar as of this moment.
And they're still not done. The grenades connecting, looking for more. Eddie though from Syndicate will find one. Crypto from TTS will fall down. Same goes with Kaneki and Syndicate. They're gonna be pushing it up for a little bit more, and it does look like we're gonna be making it out for a little bit more as well as they're trying to gun them down. The grenades trying to find those bodies as well, but will not be able to seal the deal for now. And Syndicate will have to move back and will have to reposition the rest of LN shall be able to look for a different area to at least get some cover and fight against Syndicate. But again, Syndicate is moving a little bit away for now, and maybe they're just circling the area just to make sure that there are no other enemies near them. And it does look like Eddie getting sprayed right here will still make it alive, low on health. Bruzy on the other hand from FTR will be eliminated. Same goes for Tyrant, who just exploded, and now that would just be the confirmation kills from both these teams for the side of AKAZAYA.
Absolutely. And so with that, so we're down to 12 teams as of this moment. And Follow just got caught back there. So, yep, 12 teams left. There's 4 teams eliminated off. I think that could be a smaller number later on once some of these teams get picked off real quickly. So, quick look at the leaderboards. Akazaya still has 4 eliminations in. Syndicate still in the game. Unfortunately, game over reject. They got ejected out of the map way too early, so they're not gonna rack up a lot of points this time around. FTR, however, good momentum still with 5 eliminations. Okay, here we have OPZ versus Syndicate. 2 versus 1. Grenade out. Hisham is just sidestepping Syndicate quite a lot, and OPZ should be a full. Oh no! Syndicate should be a full squad. No, rather, OPZ should be a full squad, but they're right behind Hisham, trying to be. I don't know if Hisham's trying to be like the decoy or something. Okay, White's here on the front lines. Gonna throw that grenade. Intensity is gonna be finished off as well, so they secured that elimination point for themselves. So OPC has 3 eliminations as of this moment, but Syndicate still has 3 players, judging from the mini map. But here, okay, White took a bit of damage and they got caught up. It's actually going to be, I'm not sure who got that. Okay, it's actually AO from Syndicate that caught White back there, and there's several engagements happening at the same time. It looks like Akazai is going up against Leon's Lunar, and Leon's Lunar might be in a little bit of trouble. In fact, they got eliminated off just now, but here we have OPC and Syndicate still going up against each other. AO just got finished off, so Syndicate should be a 2-man squad as of this moment. OPC hanging on so well, still a full-man squad. I think Eddie and Cloud are pretty much in trouble here.
Definitely in trouble right here, being gone down too. It's not gonna be easy for this one. Cloud will be eliminated. Eddie will have to move back. White still being able to heal himself up before going in for a couple more rounds. And actually has managed to explode that car right there, but it will still not be able to take one out. Eddie is still alive. On the other hand, Akazaya with 2 members remaining and 7 eliminations already. Syndicate with 1 and 7 eliminations. FTR gets 5 eliminations and 1 member down. TTS 2 members left but no eliminations. The same goes for Sun 7 was left with 1 member remaining. E2S could be looking for a good win right here, especially they're all unscathed and 4 eliminations already. 6 points as well for AGT, but with 2 members left, that's gonna be hard. OPZ also has a chance. 5 eliminations and all of them are pretty much present. And lastly, TYP will still have to do more, especially that there are 2 members left and 2 points already for the team.
Absolutely. And here we have TYPHOON Esports still Not really doing much, but I'm a bit worried for Arc right behind them. So don't give away too information unless you're really sure you could secure that elimination for yourself. But here, it looks like 19 minutes into the game. Somehow, we're on a lull after that initial engagements that happened. Everyone is trying to camp out the place, and that's actually probably something to be expected since there are three teams right now that are solo players. Syndicate, LOVINS, FRATERNI, and X7 all have a single player. And we have TYPHOON Esports and AKAZAYA and TTS and Arc and Agent. All of these teams, five teams in fact, have duos as of now. And OPZ and E2S7 still a full squad, so they have quite the opportunity to have the chicken dinner as of this moment. But still, we're gonna keep a watch and kind of see what happens later on. But as of this moment, I guess they're all just waiting, perhaps maybe the stage 5 circle to close in a couple of seconds. So before that, I guess a lot of teams within the border of the circle will be forced to move out in stage 6, depending on where that next circle is going to close in.
Hmm. And looking more right here for the side of none other than OPZ Esports. Again, we've been talking about this. They have five eliminations and they're looking good with their performance right here, and also all of them pretty much present. On the other hand, Typhoon will be left with two members remaining, and they could get eliminated in just a few moments, especially that the circle is starting to get smaller, and it's gonna be a very hard one to turn things around. Especially, oh, actually, they're still inside the circle, so they're kind of it's safe right here. But if they risk exposing themselves as they push towards the center, it's just gonna be very hard for them. Two against the world, it's so hard to push things off. But right here, E2S1, the team will be eliminated. Akazaya also up and running, but one sadly man has been disconnected, and Lan also low enough to be needing some backup right here. Solely going in right here without getting gunned down too. So he's still pretty much alive. So it's the same situation right here for Akazaya with two members left, and if they will go to the center, they will risk exposing themselves to everyone.
Yeah, it's way too risky for Akazaya to make any bold moves as of this moment. Considering the fact that they have to think about rotating into the area and potentially getting gate kept by a bunch of the other teams. But here, OPZ, IC does need a revive, but they are still more or less a full squad. They still have a great chance of winning this map, but otherwise, our Ryan Church goes in, but Naku just couldn't quite get those bullets to connect. Here, Akadai, Soli, and Elon are still up in the game. Solid KS. Yes, trying to get Ryan, but unfortunately gets spotted as well as a lot of damage being done. Where is that coming from? But Ryan manages to get away, and Nano's still out there as well. So Ark still has a duo right in there. But Agents Lucy actually finds one player from forgot what game was Syndicate. I believe Syndicate just got picked off just now. But here we have Akazaya Osoli storming the building. TDS, last person standing nearby. Let's see if they can secure this kill. Akazaya is still going full aggression despite being in a numbers disadvantage. I suppose they kind of understood that perhaps a lot of the teams have less players as well. Ryan took a lot of damage back there. Chops from E2S7. Beautiful shots back there. And with that, Arc should be a single player as of the moment. And Nano's just nearby. Nape still managed to be safely inside the shed, and it looks like Akazari is not risking going out in the open and trying to take them down just yet. But nonetheless, E2S7 with the 6 eliminations doing really well as of this moment. So I guess we're gonna be waiting for the next stage of the circle to force everyone in, and I'm sure Arc and TTS will be forced to move. Oh my goodness! Nape actually stepped out of the shed, going up against Akazaya, but still solely managed to secure the elimination.
And he does now, six teams already, and in just a few more, we could be looking for a possible win, probably looking forward for E2S. It's either gonna be E2S or OPZ. They have good record currently, and they're all unscathed. So we never know. We just never know if maybe they would be able to turn things around. But with Arc, with Agent, and with Typhoon, it's so hard to, it's hard to turn things around unless they really team up against these teams right here, because currently they're all pretty much alive. Arc with one member, Typhoon with one member, and then Agent with also two members down. So it's again a hard thing to. It's like if they team up, if the three teams team up, it would form already into one squad against E2S and OPZ right here. But there we have it. Still, AKAZAYA managed to take a few members down and still keeping themselves alive.
Absolutely. They're all still alive. E2S7 still a full squad after all this. And E2S7, they could potentially secure their spot in the grand finals if they keep this up and maybe add a few more points just to be safe. And they just crossed the rank 8 mark. And of course, obviously, they still have a lot of placement points to be had. In fact, if they get the chicken dinner, they could surpass FTR actually. If ever E2S7 gets the chicken dinner, or maybe a couple more eliminations on the side. But here, Akazaya, yes, still a two-man squad with the 12 eliminations. It's very consistent nonetheless. Akazaya has been consistent all throughout the maps. Sometimes they do get picked off early on, but not without having so many eliminations already within their grasp. And here we have E27 and OPZ full squad, Agent and Akazaya duos. But as of this moment, it's still I have like faith Akazaya could still have a good chance of getting that chicken dinner. But historically, Akazaya seem to be a little bit too excited that they can't quite secure the chicken dinner. But let's see if they can prove me wrong right now. Here, agents, they are watching at in every angle, trying to see if they can get any pickoffs. But so far, everyone's trying to play it safe.
Yep, definitely trying to play it safe right here. But again, looking good for OPZ and E2S7 to win this winner chicken dinner. Actually, also looking good for E2S right here, since they're currently very comfortable with their current spot, and maybe they could win this one. OPZ, they will have to push, so they will risk exposing themselves unless they can use those grenades to push them out. To push E2S out right here, and another team, AGT, also trying to fight back. The grenades coming in, but will not find a body just now. On the other hand, Agent responding by throwing more and more. And I think they're trying to take out AKAZAYA Esports right here.
Yes, absolutely. Agents go the grenade. Akazaya still has the high ground. There's a bombardment of grenades as of this moment, but Akazaya is beautifully sidestepping most of them. Okay, agents next. Okay, Gara and Lucy are still safe. Did not quite take any damage back there. OPC and E2S7 are just quietly watching what's happening. They're not even trying to um get any bullets in. They're just watching Agents and Akazaya go up against each other. So Agents and Akazaya, they're both pretty aggressive teams. And true to their nature, E2SM and OPZ love just waiting on the rest of their opponents. But here, Elan does try to get OPZ in, even though OPZ is trying to position themselves for several angles just to prepare themselves for when perhaps Agent and Akazaya finally pick each other off. But as of this moment, it's still between the two teams, Akazaya and Agent.
Mhm. And right here, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be witnessing a little bit more. And in just a few moments, maybe we could see the winner chicken dinner as we head on almost 30 minutes into the game. So all right, let's go, guys. Let's pack it up. Let's wrap it up right here. E2S7 and OPC again could be witnessing a win right here, unless Akazaya or AGT could be using this as an advantage by being the third party, or just involving themselves towards the fight in just a few moments. But again, just looking for more. Oop, the grenade being thrown at as well. Will not be able to find anyone just yet, and E2S still safe inside their warehouse right here. OPC could risk getting eliminated, especially that they had no choice but to throw a lot of their throwables from here on out. Ooh, Elan will be found out, and he definitely would probably be eliminated right here. Solely on the other hand, just waiting, trying to rescue his teammate right here.
Oof. There was a lot of bullets. Okay, OPZ finally joining the fray with the grenades coming in up against E2S7. Finally, that's happening. But yeah, Sahube right at the pretty much ground zero of this. E2S7 is still trying to back off. Oh my goodness, Solid stepped outside right into the grenade. I think the smoke pretty much just worked against them. And Sahoba is trying to solidify that elimination back there. But Lucy, yes, they picked off one, I believe, solely from AKAZAYA. And actually, AKAZAYA, yes, they have been eliminated off completely. Now, agents down to one last player. E2S7, OPZ. Yes, throwing grenade stops. Just took a lot of damage back there. Sahuba is down on the ground. Ayan secures that elimination for themselves. And OPZ, they're in trouble. It's just Hisham right now. I think we see our chicken dinner winner, perhaps. I just remembered Agent still has one player. This is a one versus one as of this moment. Depending on E2S7 if they manage to. Yep, never mind. So it looks like Ian, yes, last person standing from
Ooh,
E2S7
one more hit.
sidestepping really quickly. Alright, Dibu. Dibu probably can't make it, but yes, the sidestep
Oh,
works. Tasham falls and E2S7 secures that chicken dinner for our match number 4, our second to the last map for this Group B group stage to qualify for the grand finals next week is absolutely good for E2S7 that they have secured 21 total points.
definitely a good win right there for E2SCU7, and being able to what a good execution, definitely. And maybe a few kills right here and there, but still, congratulations for them for holding it out and getting those winner chicken dinners. Also, congratulations to the teams, and again, Group B. What a day! What a game for Group B right here. What you really witnessed was a bit of a slow pace in the early stage, like maybe around 20 minutes. We're starting to see more of that action coming in, and I think we reached, if not mistaken, I think we reached 30 minutes already into the game. But yeah, such congratulations. But we have our MVP as well. It's gonna be Lucy from Agents.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds has the MVP of the match with the 6 eliminations and 821 damage dealt. Very decent amount of and decent stats rather. So Agent Lucy, yes, they have 6 eliminations, but Akazaya solely matches that with 6 eliminations as well. E2S7's Ian has 5 eliminations and Syndicate's Eddie with 5 eliminations. So this is actually quite unusual for the top 4 eliminators. It's a sprinkle of players from each team having their own spotlight in the top 4 eliminators. Back in the few maps ago, usually it would be like there are 2 or 3 players from the same team, but right here it's quite assorted. It's quite has a lot of different players from different teams, so I'm really happy to see that. But here we have the match rankings. Of course, we saw E2S7. They have 21 total points, but Akazaya also has 16 points. Agents has 15. OPZ Esports has 14. Okay, there are 4 teams with double digits. And Syndicate follows up with 8. Typhoon with 5 alongside Fraternity. Arc and XCR each have 2 points. That's it for the first page of the match rankings. Rank number 10 should have, yes, 1 point for CTS and Leon's LUNAR. X7, the President's T4A, BLK Esports, and Game Over Reject have 0 points, which is quite unfortunate. We have 5 different teams with 0 points.
Yep, right here, and here we have our overall rankings once more. Still, I mean, at the end of the day, Kasaya still holds number one. The points are really getting bigger right here, and they really tried to get a lot of eliminations. They didn't really focus too much now on getting that winner chicken dinner. They tried though by staying in the top four, top three, and that's what they've been doing. while also being able to gather a lot of elimination points to at least secure their spot and to at least secure that number one rank. And to the rest of the teams, they're still trying their best to be a part of the qualifiers as well. And yeah, I mean, that's definitely it for the overall rankings. And of course, some will still need to do it definitely, since next game will be the last game and the last chance for these teams to push through the end and to be able to know which teams will be staying towards the first half.
Absolutely. And the threshold right now is ranked number 8. And that was 41 points. But you can see rank 9 and rank 10 actually have 40 points. So that's literally a 1 point difference from qualifying for the grand final. So this next map, especially for rank 6 below, perhaps, it's a lot of pressure. There's only one chance left, and there's so many teams vying for that crucial spot. And just to remind you guys, the prize pool rewards rank. I forgot which rank it started, but everyone else in maybe page 2 of the grand finals, they actually could secure $100. That's according to the prize pool. So just by qualifying, you're already going home with even just a little amount of money. So that was it for our match number 4 for tonight. Match number 5, our very last match for the group stage. Not just in Group B, but for the group stage itself in this PMNC Maldives. So with that, everyone's excited. So we won't waste any of your time. We're going to go to a short break for a few minutes just to reset everything, and then we'll go straight to Miramar. So guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be seeing you in a few minutes.
Right here, we're still not gonna be done. ARC Esports trying to fight them off as well, defend them off this house, but it does look like he's just gonna be
At it
popped.
with Arc. Okay. It looks like there's still a lot of crossfire between 3 teams. Oh, okay. We
And
have
back into the fight as well. T4A still involved in this gunfight between the different crews, and Andrew Rush tries to get in.
that would have did really badly. Okay, I entered a bit more damage. Finally, we saw the ground. We have
Here's slowly getting spotted. He still managed to fight back once more, finding one and another elimination point for their team. And will be needing for one more. Ooh, Soli still got center. And AKAZAYA, Soli, along with that, they also got this down to 600.
meters away. But here we have a big ticket versus who is this? X7. But okay, so a bit of damage from another angle. All right, we have Kara.
It's good, but the rest of the team and what stage number 4 just a few seconds. But we'll find a kill right here and confirm that one. But right here, Topsy to the rescue as well, and
But over here, A2S7. Okay, PPS could not manage to recall, but here, FTR and Agent are with each other as well. T4A all the while gets eliminated out. We're down to 12 teams actually, and we're 15 minutes into the game. Behind the triangle, and there we have a nice grenade from Ilan, and Hisham goes down. Okay, and there's also another team. I believe this is the last one, and we're just trying to see it while the other teams prioritize defense quite a lot. And I just said it, Manu goes right into the open fire and gets knocked down. It's a good thing that there's still a 2-minute angle that Ellen has up against AKAZAYA, so it was not a good look, but nonetheless,
meeting Syndicate also pushing in as well against the team right here. A great pop hit as well, and nothing.
top 3 teams are here, and BLK, they're down to 2 players. So Smart Poison goes down fast. There's Poison is just this.
Whoa.
Nice shot. They finally got secured in that.
The rest of game over. Turn things around as well.
But still, it's not gonna be enough. Luzon storms the building, and I think that is it for OP's. Oh, on the grenade. Okay, that was a highlight. That was a highlight. What a just be falling. Otherwise, Game of Esports, they also have their own somewhere out there. And this is so many fights. And you can see E2S Seal 7 still going at it. Oh, Ion's in trouble, and that's a nice grenade for one sniper.
We'll get one down. AKAZAYA alive. This house right here is still alive. He's able to push it out, and it's in.
Equal elimination from Elan over there, but Elan is a huge
Ah.
target.
If you're looking for a game right here, if you're looking for the winner chicken dinner, and the grenade could reach you. The grenade from the presidents. We'll hopefully find those assassins, and he does.
Crazy shot that has all over the map, all over the map on their side, and XR's currently dominating. And there we have it. We have a ball falling on the ground, and going straight up, and Gama sure. Oh goodness.
XDR also fall down one by one. And now slowly bleeding from off.
Absolutely, they are quite alive, but here Leon's LUNAR might be in trouble, and Robin.
Just gonna give them that as well as they move across towards the safe zone. And yeah, oh,
What?
he got hit.
Side of them. Still not shy, actually standing, and they have the high ground, but unfortunately, it's still not gonna stop Mamu. No.
And Lucy will finally end him right then and there. Mala, however, he tried to and a few taps right there, he still managed to get the kill down. And a better way than to move around with their vehicle. Bot game over right here, Maprusi. Bot game over right here, Maprusi. Already low on health, and he leaves the car, and he's very much injured. Nothing left with nothing in hand with the rest of his teammates. Still makes it alive. Elimination of Maprusi.
So, because if they should try again, but they're not. Okay, there we have it. The grenade finally hit and top.
For FDR to take them down one by one. Maprusi will know where they
This one is not on the ground. It's just here to finish.
were there, but Poison will finally go down. XDR on the other hand also falling down. BLK
Right on the front lines, is trying to push it to the area. Okay, now AKAZAYA is using their numbers advantage.
more solid, looking for more enemies right here, but does look like he will not be able to find one just yet. The bullets connecting Topsy.
Weezy's towards northwest. Leon's LUNAR still a full squad. They're in the same place. Whoa! Right as of this moment, Weezy hanging on so well. Still a full squad. With Eddie and Klaus. They kind of understood that perhaps a lot of the teams have less players as well. Ryan took a lot of damage. TTS will be forced to move. Oh my goodness! Nate actually stepped out of the shed, going up against AKAZAYA.
Here, we're still not going to be done. RT Sports trying to fight them off as well, defend them off. This house, it does look like it's just going to be fun.
Okay. It looks like there's still a lot of fire between three teams. Okay, we have.
Back into the fight as well. 4A still involved in this tough fight. Between the different two, and as they rush, starts to get in.
That would have just really badly. Okay, I ended up with more damage. Finally, boots on the ground. We have.
You're slowly getting spotted. He still managed to fight back once more. And he won, and another elimination point for their team. And will be needing for one more. Ooh, Soli still got center. And AKAZAYA, Soli, along with that, will also find those numbers down.
Still 600 meters away. But here we have, okay, Syndicate versus, so who is this? X7 is my opponent. But, okay, so a bit of damage from another angle. Alright, we have Gara. Nice.
So it's good, but the rest of the teams, as we have on the stage number 4 in just a few seconds, we'll find a kill right here and confirm that one. But right here, there's Topsy to the rescue as well. And
But over here, F7. Okay, TTS could not manage to recall, but here, FTR and T4A all the while gets eliminated. Also down to 12 teams, actually. And we're 15 minutes into the game. Behind in the triangle, and there we have it. Nice to get from Ethan, and Hisham goes down. Okay, and there's also another team. I believe it's the last.
what is up, guys? We are now back into the final stretch, the last match for tonight between day number 4. And welcome once again to Pmnc Maldives 2026. We are shoutcasters once more. I'm Moik, and with me is Annie. Now, Annie, what's up?
Yeah, absolutely. This is gonna be our last map for tonight and also for this week for the group stage. And after this, it's gonna be the grand finals. So what's gonna happen right now is the most exciting part is probably rank below. They will be trying to vie for that slot in the grand finals, and this is the grand final split prize pool split. As you can see, rank number 13 to 16 of the grand finals, they have $100 waiting for them. Rank number 11 to 12 of 150. So literally, well, by just qualifying for the grand finals, you have what you're saying you have like four players, maybe five if you have a substitute player. So that's what 20 you $20 each. If you have a coach and maybe you have six players, it might be a little bit harder to calculate, but still, yeah, that's it for the prize pool as you can see. So with this, I'm sure we already know that rank 1 to maybe rank 4 pretty much secured their spot already in the grand finals, and right now it's just a matter of the players around rank 6 below fighting it out. As you can see from the overall rankings below, they're all like literally just a few points away, like 42 points, 41, 40, 39. There were three different teams, I believe, with 40 points. So it's gonna be a close game. And so with that, we are at the final leg of our group stage. This is the last map, the judgment map for qualifying for the grand finals. This is our final Miramar map. May the best eight teams win.
Definitely the top eight will be moving forward, the qualifying teams right here. So they will definitely have to push it up even more, especially to those that are ranked around rank 9 to rank 12. They will have to get this and really try their best to at least be able to catch up towards the top eight. But fret not, those teams that are also the top one to top eight, they will also trying their best to actually catch up to the higher teams and will be getting more of that rank. So it will not be easy for all of these teams to eventually be the qualifying. So it's still a very thrilling game right here. So again, a very big push that is needed for these teams in order to be able to go and to be able to qualify. And just looking at the map right here, again, it will be situated towards the center, but it's like a bit leaning towards the right though. So those that wants to go to Valle del Mar, it's gonna be a bit hard to go there unless the circle will be situated on the bottom part. So they will definitely.
Oh
Oh, actually,
no.
I was right, but not on the left side. So it's a good win for me. It's still a guess for me.
Oh no, there's a lot of water too. That's 60% land, maybe 35% water, and so that just gives way too little room for everyone else to move around it. Okay, I think we saw our first knockdown. Was that an elimination? I'm not quite sure, but we're not gonna look at the leaderboards apparently because we're just trying to keep this suspense in. Okay, never mind. We're gonna see the leaderboards. Okay, TP has one elimination, so I'm pretty sure one of these teams has lost one player. I don't know what happened to Game Over Reject. There are only two players that I see. I don't know if they one got picked off, but for sure they didn't come in with a four-man squad. And I'm saying that they don't need to win this game. They're pretty sure Game Over Reject can basically AFK in this game. They don't have to do anything anymore and they'll still qualify, but still, it would have been good practice for core. Okay, there we have it. Ryzen just camping on the stairs, but unfortunately, they don't have a good gun yet, so it was a bit hard to pick off the rest of the presidents. But okay, we have Ryzen and Matsuko trying their best. Ooh, where was that from? Fala was on the other building this entire time. Gave him over reject. One disconnected player and two players unfortunately got overrun by the presidents from different angles. And there we have our first pick off for tonight's for last map for the group stage.
Yep, right here, and the first team to get eliminated, game over. So it's technically not game over for them since surely they're already part of the top eight. So that's good for them. I mean, no worries for them. so they don't really have to give it. I mean, I mean, it's done. It's already done, so they cannot play anymore. But it's again good for them. And now it's just the thrilling action of these top nine teams that will eventually go into the top eight. But we're gonna be going back to the game right here. Aish will be taken out of the equation for now. Emmy doing the same thing as well, and they will be confirmed dead. And on the other hand, Typhoon Esports would be getting those points for the team as well with two eliminations up already, and they're starting strong. And it's understandable that they really want to climb all the way up to the top eight right here, but they can't actually still catch up though.
So it's absolutely still possible, but yes, just keep watching out for this. Typhoon Esports. We got two eliminations already. Let's see if they can get the third. Shy is like right behind there. Okay, solid KS. Try to throw in. I believe these are smokes. So just keep watching. It's a three versus one. I don't think this is possible. Okay, Shy try to sidestep everything, but unfortunately, numbers win, and Shy gets sent back to the lobby. That's three eliminations for the side of Typhoon Esports. There should be one last player from Leon's Lunar lurking out there, but they're not within the vicinity. I guess they managed to get away just in time. So as of this moment, Typhoon Esports, they can go ahead and loot the place up because they have control over it. I don't know why they're trying to shoot something, but okay, nonetheless, it happened. Solid KS has the three eliminations secured already, and just taking a look at the leaderboards, yes, Typhoon Esports has 32 points. But as we can see from several maps ago, if Typhoon wins this game, they could potentially shoot their points up to 50 points, especially if they have 10 eliminations alongside the chicken dinner. So they could still qualify despite being at literal number 15. It's still very much possible with one good game. But as of this moment, Leon's Lunar, I don't think there's a chance anymore unless Robin pretty much carries the group, and they need a lot of points to catch up. But I'm not sure if it's possible anymore. So Robin, best thing that they can do right now is camp out as much as possible, get some stray eliminations, and hope they qualify for at least rank number 8. But as of this moment, it's just a little bit too hard for Leon's Lunar.
Yep, definitely a little too hard for this one, but it's still 6 minutes into the game, and no major casualties happening aside from a game over being eliminated, and one member left from the side of LN, and now Syndicate has already decided to move, and pretty much, I mean, we have AKAZAYA game over, Syndicate and E2S have pretty much just secured their spots already right here. The FTR, TTS, AGT, and OPC, their spots are a bit crucial because they really have to push it and give it their all, because if not, then definitely those the ones at the bottom will be able to catch up to them and be able to take those spots. But for now, we're going to heading on 7 minutes into the game, and we're still not done, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit more push before we can go in and take those skills. But for now, pretty much just alive. Stage number one. It's not that hard to pull things off right here.
Yep, not too much just yet. We're still at stage one, and we're 7 minutes into the game, however. So I'm kind of expecting that. Hopefully, we see some more action happening over here. But last person standing of Leon's Lunar, that's Robin, is quietly just staying here, trying to survive the game. But here, Akazaya, they're making their move. Don't know if they know that there's Arc nearby, but they're definitely trying to find some more engagements, probably, or trying to find another place to loot up. But here, there's several teams that are trying to rotate into the circle, going all the way to southeast. E2S7 and BLK and LOVINS, FRATERNI are way too far from the next stage of the circle. They can still stay there for a couple more minutes, especially since stage 2 isn't so bad, just that as long as they have a bunch of healing items. But they should definitely start moving and trying to pick up some engagements for themselves just so they can get some more extra points. But otherwise, for everyone else within the circle, the priority right now is securing a spot for them to camp in perhaps if they're like the camper sort of thing, because obviously Akazaya, they're not the type to try to secure buildings. They're very proactive and trying to look for eliminations. So they're within the vicinity of Typhoon. Let's see if they'll try to go ahead and take this fight.
Definitely, Syndicate one member will fallen down and being rescued as well, but he's being shot at, so it's gonna be hard from here on out. Cloud could get eliminated, and he does get eliminated. XDR to follow it up as well by taking him down, and Density repositioning the safe and to try to distract them. And Yako from XDR would be eliminated, just waiting to confirm that kill, and the grenade being hooked up as well, being thrown at. It will not catch anyone for now. And Eddie just sprints right on ahead. It's gonna be a very hard thing to for XTR to eliminate them at this one. So XTR versus Syndicate, we could be witnessing a possible team one from here on out.
Absolutely. And we're just waiting out for XCR and Syndicate to pick each other off, basically. Okay, couple of grenades here and there. I don't see much damage happening just yet. Okay, Black was just standing near the door. Syndicate clocked that in, trying to secure that kill. Okay, Black will be taken out of the equation. We got one elimination on the side of Syndicate, and that's already basically a revenge kill back there. But here, Eddie falls down to the hands of Wookie, and they can still be revived. They still have another chance. XCR 96 trying to find a good angle, trying to secure that kill, but unfortunately, Syndicate was way ahead of them. Wookie's last person standing should be picked off, and that was it for XTR. Syndicate managed to get away with three players. They just need to heal up. But here, Akazaya spot from a long distance. They're trying to shoot down another player, but Agents is slowly filing in, trying to get really close. But now this time, Akazaya might be in a little bit of trouble, but because that's two different teams trying to take them down. But okay, never mind. Agent is actually going towards, I don't know where that place is. It was where Leon's Lunar was trying to hide out. Or Robin was trying to hide out. Okay, Akazaya versus C4A right now. Okay, sidestep 2 versus 1. Did not stand a chance. C4A's Sin XZ will be falling. There should be the rest of the squad nearby. Leon's Lunar. Ooh, Robin gets caught up. And so with that, Akazaya solely hit someone with the frying pan. It was quite funny. There's X7 also. There's three different teams here. So Akazaya is here collecting elimination points. They don't need them. They don't need the elimination points, but they're doing it anyways. So great job. But here, X7 and T4A going up against each other.
And yep, T4A already losing some members down the road, and now 13 teams remaining. Maishan from Sen 7, still the smokes being thrown to give cover for him as he repositions later on. But for now, there's just a lot of crossfire happening, and T4A again leaving with a few members down, and actually leaving with the last member right here, 0 points still. So it's getting hard, and also just impossible at this point for him to reach in the top 8. Akasaya, on the other hand, will be able to heal himself up. But again, T4A, they will really need to push this one. Like a miracle play right here is very needed for T4A in order for them to get to at least to the top 8. And yeah, I mean, definitely still has the chance, but again, just very, very slim. Bispuri, however, from X7 will also be eliminated, just waiting to be confirmed by that kill. And the rest of the teams chasing them down, the grenade, hoping to get them down as well, but it will not connect just yet. Another grenade to find them down. Bisburi almost getting eliminated too, but they're running away, trying to avoid those grenades, and Bisburi would be eliminated.
And we're still at it. Akazaya with 2 eliminations still. T4A's nearby. X7 is also there. Team Aishan is still within the building. And let's see if Elon can get the angle. That's nice. That was a peek at the window, but unfortunately, Elon couldn't secure that just yet. Maishan just gave Elon a very small window of time. Okay, excellent. Nice job with throwing the grenade in, just putting a little bit more pressure. But here, the president and also TTS going up against each other. Okay, up the stairs. It's Easy versus Akazaya storming up the place. Easy falls. That's a second. Elon takes down Yami, and they secure those 2 eliminations, and X7 is down to one last player. Question is, where is this guy? Where is Maishan? Maishan was still in the same spot where they're trying to snipe the place at that building. And so Akazaya has that information. They could try to storm the place in with all their numbers. So let's see if Akazaya will do that.
Just gunning them down too, but he's still alive. Maishan probably having a difficult time to turn things around from here on out. Ilang also still alive, but Akazaya taking them down one by one, and that would mark the end for Sen 7, the last match for tonight. And Arc doing the same thing as well, getting those skills down, but it's looking good for Akazaya. This could be a good way to end day number 2 for the Group B stage. If Akazaya could get this winner chicken dinner, they have 5 eliminations and all are present. E to a 7 as well, 3 members out, but 0 points for now. And yeah, Syndicate with 4 eliminations as well, but a few members are remaining.
Absolutely. And right now, that's a beautiful circle. Everyone's closer towards where all the buildings are. And so with that, just watching out for the movements of everyone else. T4A finally gets wiped out from the map. So that was their last chance, and unfortunately, I don't think they could catch up so much. They just reached the two digit mark. So T4A going back with only 10 points, but still, a good run. And definitely, it's a good opportunity to go up against such amazing teams in the esports scene. But over here, the Presidents, they spotted LOVINS FRATERNI nearby, and Nasir's just moving the goalpost just a little bit because I think they spotted some movement at the distance, but Lovis Fraternity is being pressured quite a lot right now. The president is just trying to bombard them with bullets, and actually, it works out. It's actually AKAZAYA that got that got that angle in. It looks like they are towards another part of the map, but the president spots them. They're trying to gun them down, but AKAZAYA is just way too good at this. Look at this aggressiveness. Okay, one down. Nothing was running away, but it did not run after them. AKAZAYA going full aggressive. Abarusi, one down. What is happening? Solely, excuse me. What in the world was that? One, two, three down. AKAZAYA secures those points, and now they have 10 eliminations. What a team.
And yes, as he moved back into the fray, Akazaya still up and running, and also 3 eliminations as well for another player once more. And as we end this match later, we still have a TP and Syndicate 4 points, and Akazaya really going strong and loud right here with 10 points already, and all of them are much present. The rest of the teams, they will really have to go an extra mile and go for the push to take them down. We have BLK with 40 points so far, needing a few more just to catch up towards OPC. And yeah, if OPC gets eliminated right here, there's a big chance that either X7 or BLK or TP or the other teams will be able to catch up if they can get those points. I mean, the chances are looking good right here for TP and TYPHOON Esports to catch up towards the 8th spot. But again, it's so hard to say that for now since there's just going to be more challenges in this point forward.
Challenges here in the minimap. There's so many colors. Okay, nice spray coming in from Manu and AKAZAYA. They're here to collect. These guys are angels of death, and they are collecting souls one after the other. But Manu gets picked off. Oh no, solely. Also, what the tables have turned just there. Elan's last person standing. I guess it didn't work out for this one particular run, and now Elan's all alone, surrounded by what 9 other teams as a solo player. That is not looking good. And okay. Oh no, I thought Elan could get one last, and Gara was still there. So unfortunately, agents finally shut down Akazaya's reign of terror on this map.
Definitely a reign of terror right here. And Agents still ready to fight. Arc, on the other hand, doing God's work by taking a few members down and trying to catch up as well. But the fire will not catch anyone for now for Arc. And as long as they can get a move on from this point forward, they have the chance to catch up towards top 8 spots, and definitely a bigger chance for them to at least get a few down and maybe head on for a winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna be watching out for that exactly. So that there was a syndicate knocking down the door of Arc as of this moment. There was a grenade cooking. Let's see if it hits anyone. Okay, AU is still there. TDS Titan gets caught up by Agent as well. So as far as I remember, Agent should be a two-man team. They have a good vantage point. They're hiding out in the building, so it's a good spot to be in. But this is ultimately urban warfare. There's so many buildings, and everyone's just camping out here. And although at the southern part of this circle, there should be an open field, I'm pretty sure everyone's hoping that it doesn't have to come to an open field sort of thing. This is just way easier being all in the buildings. But here, yes, this is what I'm talking about towards the southern part. There's more open fields. There's some teams that are kind of just quietly staying there. But as of this moment here, Arc Esports is actually going to be swallowed up by a stage 5 circle, so they have to keep moving. But Syndicate is also there camping out, waiting for them to step out and then swoop in and take those elimination points. So as of this moment, Arc versus Syndicate here, BLK is also starting out something.
And definitely right here, BLK moving out and probably be moving towards the center right here. Syndicate, however, AO, also the rest of the team will be gathered up. But as Nano tries to cross the road, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? But he will not get to the other side as he will fall down. And that's just going to mark uh, the end of him, literally. And for now, Syndicate, Eddie, if he will cross the road once more, will they get to the other side? That's gonna be the question. And yeah, 9 teams still remaining with Eddie and A over the side of Syndicate still with 4 eliminations. That's I mean 6 eliminations. That's already good. And yeah, it's Syndicate and E2S7 are here trying their best.
I'm
And
tired of
E2S,
hearing you.
I mean, they're pretty much safe. They've definitely. What's that? Yeah, back to the
What a
game.
puppet.
Um,
Mhm.
pretty much all the teams they still have the chance to get to the top 8 spots right here, especially with BLK on Art and who I mean Art. The chances are slim, but hopefully you can get something done.
Yes, absolutely. And hopefully they get something out of this. There's still way too many teams in this little cluster of space. Okay, Tops should run into someone. They went back. I guess they didn't. They couldn't. They couldn't like storm and just like that. But here, okay, they have two people now. Cranks is right behind the door. All right, they have another entrance here. I guess we're just checking. Oh goodness! Typhoon was also there. They managed to take a peek. E2S7 will be paying for that. Iron Lad is understanding where is this guy. This guy is like right in the middle of this building, and well, they're still safe, but for how long? There's still so many people sprawling about. Okay, Solid just got finished off. Okay, Ian finally gets caught up by Napo, and that just leaves 8 teams left with E2S7's pick off. And well, E2S7, I think they pretty much secured their spot. They are at rank number 4, and I don't think there are any teams that can knock them out to all the way to rank number 8. FTR as well. I'm pretty confident that they've already locked in their slot. So I think it's up to perhaps Teats could still secure their spot. Let's just see later on what the overall rankings look like. But as of this moment, all of the 8 teams that are still in this game still alive. Other than Syndicate, they already secured their spot, but everyone else, ranked number 6 below, they're fighting to keep their spot in the main event finals.
Yep, gunning them down, agents, and Daggy trying to almost cook that grenade up, and will probably not be committing for now. Just waiting for them to cross the road once more. And yeah, with 4 eliminations to their team, that's already been good. They just need to climb up towards the leaderboard and towards the upper half to be able to participate, to be able to be qualified for the next stage. But the circle's getting smaller once more, and hopefully we can. It's gonna be a bit of a fast pace from here on out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit faster than usual. Everyone's still clustered towards the northern part of the circle. Still so many players nearby, and so with that, kind of just watching out. Just like Doggy over here and Gara. I'm not sure where Gara is. I think Gara's still in the same building, but yeah, we're gonna keep watching. And despite it being so clustered up in the mini map, somehow they're all not moving just yet. But here, GTS nearby, they're trying to get away from Eddie, who's trying to pressure them with a bunch of grenade throws. But nonetheless, still alive. No one's moving. We're still about a minute, less than a minute left to go before the stage 6 circle turns into stage 7. And I'm pretty sure a lot of teams are going to be forced to move later on since they are quite at the border of the circle. But I'm sure OPZ and GTS, at least they have secured their spot alongside with Syndicate within this stage 7 circle. But everyone else, I'm pretty sure maybe Typhoon has to move, so with that they have to keep preparing now.
And now 24 minutes still in the game right here. Two members down from Syndicate, and they're looking for a possible chance to turn things around. But Syndicate is really looking good right here. I mean, definitely they can be qualified, but they're just gonna be gunning them down and trying to stop them as well from going and reaching into the top eight. And has managed to actually cross the building right here and managed to land on top. The question is if they heard them, and if it's only a matter of time before he can go in for surprise attack right here. The grenades being thrown as well, being cooked up, looking to get one down, but it does look like the grenades kept catching right here. But from the side of agents, they will actually find one. Eddie, on the other hand, will be able to find one as well before they will able to commit for this one.
Absolutely, and can keep on watching all the while. And I guess I'm not sure what's happening over here. They're just throwing grenades with no clear outcome or resulting happen. I guess they're all just testing the waters. But you can see here, Syndicate Eddie, they're actually down to their last few throwables, so they have to be really smart about their resources as of this moment. They just keep on trying to test the waters, but so without like any real result. I don't know why you did that. They just walked into the Molotov. Okay, at least Eddie's there. They can go ahead and revive that, but still, that was a little bit too risky. So, Syndicate, we're talking about Syndicate here. They already secured their spot at number 3, but still, do just don't do that. Don't do that. But Typhoon Esports, okay. Typhoon Esports is at number 15. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing them in the top 8, so we're just gonna keep watching for the rest of the 7 teams. Let's see how who amongst these teams are going to qualify later.
And now TTS Esports will be eliminated. We're down to the last 6 teams right here. The grenade trying to cook up as well, trying to get them down. It will not hit anyone for now. Scoop will still be needing some backup. And the rest of the team right here, and they're in the lower ground right here. A little bit more. He almost gets taken out. The smoke to give them cover, and they're just responding with grenade after grenade. And while that was happening, Arc Esports will be eliminated.
Yeah, and we have the president trying to bombard BLK as well, and slowly but surely that stage 8 circle is going to close in. We got less than a minute left to go before that closes in, and for sure, BLK and the presidents are not safe, so they're going to be bombarding each other. They have half a minute left to go before they're forced to move, and nothing is developing. They're just wasting resources, so this isn't looking really good. And so it looks like the presidents might be making their move. Let's see where they go next.
Definitely. And now 5 teams remain. We're almost at the final showdown for all of these teams remaining. And Syndicate, one of the only the last team that's alive that's currently on the top three. And right now, 18 BLK trying their best to get towards the top 8 spot right here. The grenades coming in. Hope you will not get them. And whoa, almost as well. A little bit farther. I really, honestly, I thought the grenade was just vertically thrown at. and already here exposing himself too, but he will not make it just in time. We'll have to do that.
Okay, finally. Okay, BLK making their move. Oh, what is happening? There was a third party all the way over there. OPZ managed to secure that kill instead. And so we're down to four teams: Syndicate, Agent, OPZ, and BLK. The leaderboards are gone. This is a lot of suspense. Who will be pushed away from the rankings from rank number 8 and who will qualify for the for rather the grand finals later on. So we're down to 14. Syndicate, they have already secured their spot, but Agents, OPZ, and BLK think they still have a chance to fight for their place here, making space for themselves, taking up space in this PMNC Maldives. And here we have OPZ. They have secured this building. There's several floors here, and so far still safe. But this it's an all-consuming circle. It's going to slowly close in, and whoever is at the most inner part of this circle is going to survive this unless you're going to go ahead and try to put some bullets in. And so right now OPZ has the best chance over here. BLK V2 already taken by the play zone. Slowly but surely everyone else is going to be taken as well. So OPZ Hishan will be falling. Eddie next. Now it's down to one last active player in Syndicate, I believe, and Agent Dagi trying to come in. Grenade thrown. Let's see if it hits. Molotov in, and rather it was a rather perhaps a smokes. But here someone got gunned down. Nagara will be saying goodbye alongside Dagi, and that is the end of Agent. And now we're down to three teams with BLK, OPZ, and Syndicate. BLK trying to move in because they're getting eaten up by the circle, but Syndicate gatekeeps them. Now it's between OPZ and the Syndicate, I believe. And so AO, last person standing versus two. Let's see if they can clutch this winner chicken dinner. OPZ, will they get the chicken dinner? Yes, they will. OPZ managed to best AO from Syndicate, and they secure the winner chicken dinner. Now the question is, will that be enough to qualify for the grand finals? Will they get at least rank number 8?
I think if I'm gonna take a guess right here, I think it would be enough to get them top 8 or maybe top 7. I don't know, maybe. But definitely a good job for them, for OPZ Esports, for really getting that winner chicken dinner, and wrapping up day number 4 and day number 2 for Group B stage right here, as they're able to get that last chicken dinner. And still congratulations to other teams for giving it their all, and it's just gonna be a matter of time before we find out the top 8 that will be moving and that will be qualified.
Absolutely. It'll be a couple of seconds left before we go ahead and fix up the assets. But yes, congratulations once again to OPZ for a job well done. And so I'm really excited to see, especially the overall rankings. I'm sure that's what everyone is waiting for as of this moment. I mean, we saw a glimpse of the leaderboards, and I'm pretty sure we already know which teams, at least which couple of teams, have pretty much not qualified for this grand finals. But right now, I really want to see how OPZ did after those last couple of minutes, and also BLK. Actually, they have a considerable amount of placement points as well. So that's what we're gonna be looking at. We're gonna be looking out for a bunch of teams that are still in the shaky territory. Let's see if they qualified here and there. But yeah, I guess we're fixing things up. Let's just keep on waiting just a little bit longer, and well, hopefully, we have a good lineup for the grand finals. This is PMNC, so the next leg after this, it's gonna be the South Asia PMNC, and then after that, probably the bigger stages as well. So this is a good stepping point for the teams that are trying to qualify right now.
Yep, definitely a big stage for them, especially for these top 8 teams that will be making it up from the Group B and the Group A. And that definitely like a good job, generally speaking, like a good job for all of them. We're still giving it their all despite all the hardships, all the challenges, and despite some bad luck when it comes to landing and the positioning when it comes to the circle. still a good job for you guys. You've definitely given it your all, and it's such a big step already to be able to be able to play this in the qualifying stages.
Yep, absolutely. And we're just gonna be waiting in to see if we get some information. And yeah, that's it. I'm kind of like kind of waiting on because I think there's something wrong with the assets as of this moment. But yeah, you know what? I think we have a pretty good idea as to what the leaderboards are gonna look like later on. So with that, for sure, Akazaya, they're in. For sure, Game Over Reject, they're in. And Syndicate as well. So now I'm kind of curious. I think SDMZ, they've gone against Akazaya before. And SDMZ definitely, they are statistically a lot better. So SDMD is just bulldozing through everyone. They're pretty much like another absolute another level. But I'm really excited to see what that matchup is gonna look like in the grand finals. But yeah, Akazaya, Game Over Rejects, SDMZ. I'm really excited to see what the grand finals are gonna look like.
Definitely excited for the grand finals too. And for you guys as well, comment down below which you think will be getting on into these qualifiers. And I really think it was definitely obvious. LF Akazaya is already there, Syndicate is already there. I mean, definitely the top three are already inside and being able to qualify already. It's just that those ranks at the middle are very, very crucial, and we don't know yet if they've made it to the top eight or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it looks like these things are burning at the back end. So we're just gonna go ahead and unfortunately we can't show you the stats for this last map and also the overall rankings. So guys, do tune in to the Discord for the final overall rankings for the Group B stage. And so for the stream right now, we will be ending it like just right now. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in to PMNC Maldives Spring 2026. We'll be seeing you next week for the grand finals at the LAN. So guys, are really excited to, finish this off with a LAN tournament. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in and we'll be seeing you next week. So for now, good night and do tune into the Discord for the final overall ranking. See ya.